Okay, guys, so think I'm live. Going to shoot over to YouTube and double check it because just in case I'm not, I just shoot over here, double check. Boom, mute, mute, mute. There we go. So we are live. Um, okay, so welcome to another Sunday night Scrapping Irish live scrap chat, AUA's chat. In general, whatever you guys want to chat about, we'll chat about. It's dictated by the people in the chat and the people that come up on panels, what we talk about. So, what was I up to today? Well, I was up to still working on clearing out my shed, trying to make room and getting there. You'll see in my next shed update in a couple of weeks' time, you'll see where I've progressed to. Is it a couple of weeks' time or is it my next video? I don't know. I can't remember. Because I've scheduled a few videos ahead, so I'm not sure where it is in the line and what's the story. So I was out there today and they're doing more work, so that will be another video at some stage. Trying to still get it cleared. I'm going through some of the stuff that I'm scrapping out and showing some of the stuff I've already scrapped out and where I am on the gold recovery stages of certain stuff. So that'll be coming soon. So that's what I was working on today, and I plan to work on more of it tomorrow as well. Um, Let me see what else. What other news have I got? Well, I had my first copyright claim on some music that I put on a video, but I do have the license for it, so that should be cleared up fairly quick. It was music I actually paid for, and I got the license and everything, so that should be cleared up fairly quick. I just sent my license off to them, so that should hopefully clear that up. What else have we got going on? Well, I've got some stuff that I was working on last week. I'm still scrapping out these little bits, getting the little bits of brass out of them. So let's see who was in actually. Let's get back to that and see who we had in. At the very start, we had muriatic acid as usual. Thumbs up for muriatic acid, and I appreciate that. Gulf Coast ACR Scrapper, thanks a lot. Angry Blacksmith, great to see you. Romantic was in. Scrap Metal and Mayhem was in. Let me see who else. Did I see someone else? I thought I seen someone else coming in. You know, it's Bro and Simo, PM Hunter. So Precious Metal Hunter, I presume that stands for the PM Hunter. Don't think I've come across your channel before. Maybe you've changed your name or something. But if I haven't, I'll have to check you out later as well. I like checking out all these new channels that show up. So as the little ticker says, it's running across the bottom there. Please hit the like. It really does help with the YouTube algorithm. So link is there for anyone that wants to come up. You're more than welcome. I'll show you YouTube on my. Oh yeah, that's cool. That'll be no other than Romantic there, guys. So he's really killing it over on the Facebook side. He's got like 20K people checking out his stuff and stuff like that. So he's really killing it over on Facebook. He does a lot of good content over there. He's on TikTok. He's on most social media platforms. He's our good friend Romantic, and he's making the money to go along with it. So I'm going to continue on trimming out these. I'm just going to move my laptop a bit further away so I have a bit of room in front of me. Let me see. Who else I see coming in? You know, bro. Steve came in. Silver Scorpion, another good channel. Silver Scorpion and Silver Scrapper. He has two channels. I think it's the same guy, if I'm not mistaken, which I can be sometimes. It's not very often I make mistakes. Don't tell anyone. Let me see who else. I am terrible with names, so let me see. How will I pronounce that? C-U-R Kirkcase DeMarcus. I hope it's something like that, or Kirkus or Kirkcase. I don't know. I'm terrible pronunciation of names, so I hope I didn't butcher it. So welcome from I think you're Brazil, is it? I'm not sure where you're from, but welcome in. Let me see. Steve, I said hi to Electronic Scrapper. Welcome in. How are you getting on, Electronic Scrapper, with all them little blue M&Ms? Have you taken them apart yet? Have you got the silver out of them? Hi there, Silver Scorpion. I seen the live. I was lurking. Oh, there was Silver Scorpion live. Did I miss Silver Scorpion live? Again, Sunday evenings because I'm getting ready for my own live and stuff like that. I don't have time really to get much done because I have to set up my own lives and I have to get other things done and stuff like that. So Sunday evenings, I don't really get to see too many people that are live. I think US Mike is live at the moment, as far as I know. But again, I schedule mine every Sunday at 8, so I have to kind of, if I hadn't got a live scheduled, I would have been over on his. So um, it's just I already had mine scheduled, so I couldn't let down all you great folks. So let me see. Not yet. Working on the gold drop in a bit. Oh, cool. Gold drops can't beat it when you change. What have you got in that gold drop electron scrapper? What sort of stuff have you got in there, and what are you using to drop it? And what did you use to? Will you work with nitric acid, and what you use to neutralize it? Stuff like that. Let us know. Or do we all have to check out the video to see? Yeah, so I'm trying to get these pins out of these. So I've got a tub here, and I got about 3 or 4 more tubs of them to do. So I'll just be doing these here on my live while I'm chatting to you guys and seeing what you're all up to. All I'm doing is just cutting a bit of plastic off them or a bit of rubber and trying to expose as much of the pins and stuff like that, so they just come out fairly easy. Just your copper, or not your copper, your brass pins. So just put them in there, and something to do to try and get a bit better price on them from the scrap yards. If you send them in with all this rubber and stuff on them, I'm afraid you're only getting shred prices or even less. Some of them won't even take them with the rubber on them. So I just try and take them out and get the little brass pins, and I'll clean them up a bit further at some stage again. And let me see what Gulf Coast is saying. Hey, Gulf Coast. I said hi to you earlier, but I think you weren't in at the time. How to watch the video. Haha. Clan Row. Hey, Shark Scrapper. Welcome in. First commercial is an attractive woman surfing and exercise now getting coffee. I have no idea what this is a commercial for. Oh, there is a car company. You're allowed to skip them, Shark Scrapper. I do not hold it against anyone if you skip the ads. If it's a skippable ad, skip it. I have no problem with that. It's not like I'm making millions on YouTube or ever will make millions from their ads. But please feel free to skip the ad. You're more than welcome. Oh, phone people. You're more than welcome to skip them. Yeah, so that's what I was at today. As I was saying, I was working in the shed again, doing more scrapping out and clearing out and stuff like that. Probably get some more done tomorrow. I really need to get this scrap done and dusted that e-waste pickup because I may have another one coming. So I do have to get this one out of the way before I even attempt to pick up another one, because if I just don't have the room for it, and the only way I can do it is to make sure I clear out what I have before I even attempt to pick up another one. Hey Shark, everyone just saying hi to each other. Again, guys, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, you probably can't chat because I have set the 20-minute subscriber thing. One of my reasons for doing that is you have a lot of these bots going around now putting up links to sites and stuff that's harmful to people's computers and harmful to things. So by putting that up, it seems to eliminate them bots a bit. So because the bots will have to be a subscriber to put anything up for a start, and then they have to wait 20 minutes after they subscribe to do it. So it kind of helps eliminate that problem. So that's the reason I do it. And it stops the chat getting full of spam and stuff like that from these bots that are going around at the moment, trying to get you to hit the link and end up maybe damaging your computer or giving away vital information. So that's the reason I do it. Hey, Scrapping Irish. No room is no excuse. So it is for me. I'm not going to end up like Ian Matthews or Raphael Scrapper with their sheds full and not getting any of it done. My God, like, I'm not going to be a hoarder. I'm not going down that road. Oh, shark! How dare you bring music into this? Sharky bot. Hey, Poos mate, how are you doing? Good to see you. Poos mate, I still haven't done that video on them RG connectors, RG45s and stuff like that. I'm going to get around to it, I promise you. I'll get around to the video at some stage. It's just to get the time to do all these videos and scrap out and check out other people's videos and hold on a full-time job and everything else that goes along with it in life. So I will get to it at some stage. This one's putting up a bit of a fight. This bit of a connector. Come on, when I pass my kids, I get to figure out my heart. He's just reading what you're saying there to each other. That's all. So what have you been scrapping out, guys? Come on, let me know. Feel free to chat. Scrapping art. Would you like some cheese with those? That what? That wine. What wine? Don't have wine there, do I? What wine do you see? Oh, get it now. Sorry, shark. It's late in the day for me. Hey, Daniel. Good to see you. I'm in the middle of scrapping hard disks. What do I do with the magnets? I have a huge pile of them. I see people selling them magnets on eBay and they get a nice little price for them magnets. So have a look on eBay and see what prices they're going for. People sell them by the pound weight, I think it is. So have a look on that and see, will that help you out? I have loads of magnets lying around as well. I have them in the shed, I have them everywhere. I have them on benches. I have a few here beside me for just handy for testing. If I want to see if something is brass or if not brass or copper or whatever, if there's any magnetic stuff among it. So that way then it saves me wasting my time. Like so, let's say for instance, if I wanted to check, was that brass or was that magnetic? I have green gloves on, sorry about that guys. Looks like I have invisible hands or something. So let me get one of my magnets from somewhere. So we have our magnet, we have our invisible hand, and we have the brass. So as you can see, it does not stick. So I know then that's not magnetic. So I always keep one in handy. I see Shark does have them stuck on the back of his truck for checking stuff as well when he's at it. Cleaning heat sinks off computers right now. See that? Everyone is busy, everyone is scrapping. So there's always something to be done. So as I say, hopefully I'll be soon back into my shed and I'll be able to get back on the gold recovery stuff. I have a couple of liquids there I need to drop. They're sitting there now for a long time, so they have changed color from yellow to green, which means they've kind of oxidized a bit. I'm going to still try dropping them and see what happens. And again, if all goes wrong, you can just go back to square one on it and redo the whole lot. So I don't mind that too much. So I will at some stage once I get the shed cleared enough, I'll do that drop, see what's in it, probably refine it, and then get onto the other stuff that I've got to get through now from this e-waste pickup I done. So any gold fingers, any gold pins, chips. Again, I'd never done any of the chips from last year, so all of them have to be done. I think I'm gonna have to weigh them up. I might do that for my next video. Well, not my next video. One of my videos I might weigh up what I have in chips and stuff like that and see what sort of stuff we've done. But I might do that at the end when I go through all my e-waste. Thanks. And the motors, do they just go for, just as far as I know, it's just copper electric motors. But again, check with your scrapyards, see what your scrapyards are putting them in as. It comes down to whatever they want to put it in as. You know, what's Shark saying now? Oh, he's just talking. I sell them on eBay. Be careful to package them properly. UPS have some restrictions on magnets. They can cause problems in sorting machines. Yeah, they'll be stuck all over sorting machines if they're not packaged right. Copper bearing motors. Yeah, there you go. So, or small electric motors. So there we go. Again, as always, guys in the chat have good answers for everyone, and we'll always try and put you in the right direction. I did put the link out, didn't I? Did I? That's a good question. In case I didn't, I will just throw it out there now. Paste, and there it is. Oh, it's pinned up. Okay, so I had it out there. Sorry about that. So you have it there again, anyhow. If anyone wants it, it's there. I'm trying not to cut my fingers off. That's why I have the gloves on. The invisible gloves. Woo. Have you tried gold recovery using iodine? No, I haven't actually. I always just use the it's either going to be the nitric method or the bleach with the HCl. So it'll be either nitric to make the acarija, or it'll be bleach and HCl. That is the methods I use for recovering it, because again, they're the chemicals I can get my hands on fairly easy, and they're what I'm familiar with. So I kind of stick to what I know or what I used already. I don't like, especially when it comes to gold, trying something new, because in case I lose it all, after all the hard work of stripping out stuff, if I lose it, I'd probably cry extremely badly. But I must look into it. It might be something, it might be an easier method, it might be a better method for gold recovery. I don't know who have you watched whose method has done it that way, so I can check out their videos and see what it's like and how it works. Again, it could be something that I could try and see how it turns out on one of my videos. I could give it a go and see, does it work? Can I do it? Can I not do it? Because again, I don't claim to know everything about gold recovery. In fact, I only know a small percentage compared to some of the guys out there. But the reason I've done this channel was, again, I can show what I do and how I do it, and people will help me out. A lot of times say, look, try this, try that, try whatever. Most people are positive and they understand that I'm not telling everyone that this is how you do it and this is the only way to do it and blah blah blah. It's just the way I do it. Trinity Gold Recovery. Okay, I'll check them out. I am subscribed to that channel, but I can't remember seeing the iodine one. But I will check it out. Sorry guys, just concentrate. Don't want to chop off my fingers. Oh, we have someone in the basement, I think. Give me 1 second, whoever you are, until I chop this bit off so I don't chop my finger off. And have we got it out? We do. Ah, I see who it is now. Rule number 1, no singing. Oh, hold on. Wrong one. Oh, M&M's. What am I on today? What have I got today? I've got my Cadbury's Dairy Milk with Dime.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That's what I'm on today. So, Mr. Shark Scrapper, how are you doing today?
I'm doing great. We're having an Irish kind of day.
Why? Rainy.
Rainy, cold, nasty.
Yeah, we had a lot of rain today, and it was, I think, 3 degrees Celsius or 4 degrees Celsius, so it was pretty chilly.
Yeah. I don't think we were that chilly. Let's see. Wait a minute.
You're in Florida. My God. Chilly for you is like 10 degrees Celsius. That's like a summer for us.
49 Fahrenheit.
which is in real money.
You can't even convert inches, man. So what?
I can convert inches, but I don't know what that foreign stuff is you'd be talking about. I know here in Ireland they use both. People measure in inches, they measure in feet, they measure in yards, they measure in meters, they measure in millimeters, they measure in centimeters. So you have to know them all.
Yeah, about 9.4 C.
As I was saying, you're like double the temperature of us today. Cold and wet here in the middle of England.
Yeah.
So Pooh's mate has the same weather. So you're going to get the same as what we had today, Pooh's mate, probably tomorrow. It's on its way over. More rain, just in case you're afraid you're not going to get some. I think tomorrow isn't too bad here. It's going to be cold, but it's dry until about 3 p.m. So that gives me a good chance to clear some stuff out in the shed and outside the shed as well. So it gives me a chance to catch up on stuff tomorrow.
So you've got another possible load coming in, huh?
Yes, another possible load coming in. So
Same.
I have
same
to.
Company?
Huh?
Same company or somebody?
No,
new?
no. Another guy who done computer repairs. So
Okay.
he reckons he could have a pallet or two for me. So
very cool.
I'll have to make room first before I even attempt to pick it up. And then again, what you call, I don't know, have you seen his last video? Pop Scrap has a pile of stuff for me as well. So I have a lot of stuff I have to get collecting.
When it rains, it pours.
Well, that's why I need to get that shed cleared as quick as I can. I don't have the luxury of big sheds like what you call those Raphael, that he can leave stuff lying all over the shed and it's grand. Hey, Paul Chartall is in over on Facebook side tonight. So Paul, thanks for dropping in there.
Hey Paul, how you doing, man?
I appreciate it, because some people, you can't see it if you're on the YouTube unless I highlight it. So Paul, thanks for dropping in. Who else was anyone else?
That's not a good thing.
What are you reading there that I missed?
Bro's roof on his shed
is struggling to hold on to its roof. It's getting windy. Oh, hopefully it's still there tomorrow morning for you. So Paul is in the pub. Good man, Paul. Fair play to you in the pub. I hope you enjoyed your evening in the bar. Were you watching football in there, or were you just catching up with friends? What was it? But so what were you at today? Did you do any scrapping out, or were you just taking a lazy day?
Taxes and
lovely.
Editing videos.
Okay. I don't know where you're in at the start. I don't think you are. But I had my first copyright claim today.
Oh, congratulations.
Thank you very much. I wouldn't mind, but I actually paid for the music and have the license for it. So I had to dispute the claim, send my license off to them. So now I have to wait and see what the outcome of that will be.
I've had 3 copyright claims. 2 of them were, one, I didn't realize that this was early on, and I didn't know that the background music was going to get me in trouble. So, okay, lesson learned. The second one, I had paid for the music, and I got the claim, but I just said, you know what, it wasn't that big a deal. I'm not going to worry about it. So, because I hadn't been monetized or anything yet. I just took that video down. And then the other one is an unlisted video. It's just for a few people, so I don't care because I'm not monetizing that one either.
The only reason I put the dispute in is because I have a lot of my videos in the last couple of videos I put music on them, and it's been all music I bought off that what's the name of the company, Artlist, and they're all licensed music. So sometimes companies will try and put a claim in, and then if they win that one, they'll go after them all. So if you nip it in the butt straight away and show that you have the license, then they mightn't even bother. They'll say, well, this book has a license for that one. He's going to have a license for that one. He's going to have a license for that one. So they won't bother doing it then. Where if I didn't do it, if they got away with that one, then they'll say, well, let's go after the rest of them now.
Yeah.
And we can get them all. So that's the reason I sent my license off to YouTube or whoever it goes to, and it's up to them now to well, it's up to the crowd that have put the claim in against me. They have 30 days now to respond back to my dispute and say that whether they agree that the license is valid or not is the next question. But I have paid for it, and artists are recognized by YouTube, so then it shouldn't be an issue.
Yeah. Hey, Tim, how you doing, man?
Hey, Tim, welcome in.
I'll be interested to see how that works out for you. So please, if you think about it, let us know.
Yeah. I'll let you know once they respond back. They have 30 days now to respond back, and if they don't respond back in 30 days, then that the claim is thrown out and I have it. If they respond back, they either agree with it or they disagree with it, and then we see what happens then.
Yeah.
And then, well, if they disagree, then I contact artists and I say, I paid you for this license, and this company are saying they own the music. So who owns the music, you or them?
Yeah.
So
the only time I really use music in any of my videos is for like a Water Heater waltz or something like that. So I just go to the YouTube site and pull some music off of theirs. So
I just I signed up to that artist. When I was going to do more drone footage and stuff like that. That's when I got it. But then because of the restrictions, I didn't get around to where I wanted to go. So but I'll use it now again once all the restrictions are lifted now. So I'll be able to get out with the drone more and go different places and video different things. So I'll use probably more of it there with the drone footage. So, but I want to make sure that I'm not going to be getting these copyright claims every time.
Right. And are you?
Hey, Mike Dando, or should I say Mr. D?
Mr. D.
Mr. D, welcome in.
How's it going? So is this a monthly subscription or do you pay by the song?
It's a monthly subscription, and you can download up to 40 songs per day.
Wow.
And the license, once you download them once, you can use it as many times as you want, and the license covers you every time. So you don't have to. So after a year's time, if I want to use a song I already used, I can use it again without having to have the subscription. So once I have it downloaded, it's mine. It's licensed to me forever.
Okay, very cool.
So I can use it as many times as I want. So in 2 years' time or a year's time, if I decide I don't want to be on Artlist anymore, but I have built up a catalog of songs that I've downloaded, I can use them on any video I want. So that's the license agreement. So it's a good license agreement. Along as as I say, this is my first issue with it. So, and I've been using them now for a few months. So we'll see how it comes out.
Yeah. So Mrs. Shark got me a coffee mug. It's one of those ones that when you put the hot liquid in there,
it reveals the picture.
It reveals all the sharks.
Yes.
When it's cold, all you see are the people swimming, but then as it heats up, you get to see all the sharks.
Yeah, when I worked for a company one time, and we'd be selling products like for Sony and Panasonic and like that. You'd always get them sort of promotional mugs off them. So like that, it'd be just like a white mug, and then when you heat it up, it'd say Sony TVs or Sony something.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That's referred to as swag, stuff we all get.
Yeah. I've a watch call coming up. That reminds me, I won't be on in April. There's a convention thing I have to go to on a Sunday. So, but it's for my work, and it'll be all the latest stuff coming out and products and stuff like that. So I usually end up getting a rake of freebies there.
Cool.
So I'll have mugs and pins and every sort of key rings and every sort of thing that I never use, but I get them for free. So might as well take them.
Yeah, Grandpa Kevin. Hey, Grandpa Kevin, how you doing, man? Yeah, when I was working in the defense,
I finally got Grandpa Kevin's sticker. I must do an opening of that someday, but I'm waiting until I get a few more stickers in. I'll do that. I have Ralph's, his, and I'll do them all in one.
There you go.
One video. With the hard disk reader arms, hold on now. What's he saying? With the hard disk, do they go in dirty aluminium? And what's the best way to destroy the platters? Well, the best way to destroy the platters is just smash them. If you can smash them, or just cut them up or burn. Well, no, don't burn them.
Don't burn them. They're probably aluminum.
Yeah. So that'd be the best way to destroy them. Just drill holes into them or do something like that, so they can never be used again. That's what I do with them. I just drill a hole through them or smash them up. Some of them you can't smash up. The smaller ones you can, but the bigger ones, they're just like I don't know what it is they're made up, but you won't smash them too easy with hammers.
Yeah, no.
It just kind of dints them, and that's it.
Yeah. So Dave, I take a screwdriver and I scratch the platter, and then I run a neodymium magnet around them, and that pretty much makes them unreadable. So you don't, in case you're worried that anybody might try to take the get the information off of them, but it also ruins them if you're going to sell them to artists. Sometimes artists like to buy them and use them on projects. So if you don't have to worry about the data that's on them, don't scratch them up and see if you can sell them to the artists.
Now we have another guy in the basement who we better make the most of, because he may be he will be going into hibernation for a couple of weeks soon. So
cool.
It's the one and only Scrap It Ralph before the video game comes out.
Hello.
What's up, Ralph?
Sorry I'm late. I was clearing out some bandits in the area.
Bandits?
Oh, cool.
Yeah, there's some ruins nearby. They are drawn to ruins like infection to a wound. Nobody cares if you kill bandits.
Now, bandits.
I'm not sure what bandits are.
Raiders or bandits.
Are those the New Age travelers that in the UK, the same thing, or?
Yes.
What? Okay.
Hello, Pussmate.
You're counting down the days to the release of the game, are you?
Well, it's not that difficult. It comes out on the 18th, so that's 12 more days.
Yeah, that's it. When I say counting down, I don't mean literally counting down. I mean you're just killing time till the game comes out. You can't wait for it to come out.
Well, I got 1 more week of work to go, so.
All right. Yeah, I seen an ad for the game today. Actually, it was the first time I seen an ad for the game on TV. So I seen an ad, and when I seen
they started advertising it now. Yeah.
Yeah, I seen the ad, and I said, "Oh, Ralph will be soon getting that game." Hey, Gaining Weight, welcome in. Sorry if I missed you if you were in earlier. Laptop hard drives have glass barrels, to be careful if you shatter them. Yeah, some of them have the glass ones, the small ones.
Those are the easiest to destroy as well.
I usually
put them in a cloth and then hammer them and then go boosh. And go
I used a lot of them in my when I was making that fish challenge. I smashed them up and I used them as the scales for the fish.
Oh yeah.
So Daniel, some with the reader arms. Depends upon how much effort you want to put into this. But some yards, if you break the arms off, you can put the arm part in with your cast aluminum, and the little round part you can put in with your small electric motors. And you'll notice on the side opposite of the arms,
hold one up there, Ralph,
coil
on its own.
And sometimes that coil is copper. So you can also, if you want, break off that coil.
Yeah.
So
some are easier to break off than others.
Yeah, exactly.
There's one I took off.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's 4. Sometimes there's 2, or maybe even usually there's 2 because there's 2 sides to one disc, of course.
Yeah.
Well, I have a bucket full of these.
Yeah. And what do you do with them, Ralph? Do you just
I don't know. The bucket isn't full yet, completely full. So when it's full, I'll just toss it in with shred. I don't know.
I remember the first time years ago when I was first learning how to do this, and I came across my first glass disc. That gets your attention really quick.
Yeah, like what God said there. I had some of them. It caught me out. Glass everywhere. Yeah. And they can be sharp. It's nice getting cut on the finger too if you're not careful.
I've never gotten a 3.5-inch one. The desktop drives, that was glass, but the laptop ones, the smaller ones, are frequently glass. Actually.
Yeah.
It's usually the small one that'll shatter into millions of little bits. But I
also have a couple of 5 1/4 discs. The platters, they're huge. Oh yeah, some platters over here. Look at that. These are the 3.5-inch ones. And sometimes people like the craft stuff from these.
Yeah, so you can sell them on eBay to people who are into doing crafts with them and stuff like that.
Or you can melt them because they're aluminium.
There you go.
So the rings between the platters, my yard takes them as cast, not extruded.
The rings, they are extruded.
Yeah, my yard takes them as cast.
That's weird.
Well, my yard doesn't give me a price on aluminium bar, just one price, so it's easy. Just put all the aluminium in together. I don't have to separate it.
Yeah, aluminum is aluminum, right? So I don't know why.
Not really. There's some different stuff that goes into it. There's a couple of types. Usually, aluminium has like a number. Aluminium.
Well, yeah, there's going to be
12,000 and something, and
like the stainless steel
9,000
has
something.
as well. Stainless steels have different numbers.
Yeah.
To give you a different grade of it.
Yeah.
So if your yard is really big and stuff like that, they will have different prices for different grades of stainless steel as well. Not just.
Well, I really like those rings that are in between. They are very neat looking, and there's different sizes. I think just about every drive has their own.
Yeah.
The size is the same, but the thickness and the width is sometimes different.
Yeah.
But you can turn them into aluminium knuckles.
For when you're catching them bandits.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when you hit somebody, it'll bend and squash down on your finger.
Yeah, be stuck on your knuckles.
Oh, not if you get the really thick ones. At least I hope so.
Test them out on the bandits.
Yes.
There was one explanation that one of my yards gave me that made a lot of sense. They said the sheet aluminum, we like to keep sheet aluminum isolated because we can squash that down and wrap it much better than the cast, because you can't squash the cast real well.
No, the cast just breaks.
Yeah. So that one made sense to me. I was like, and the other truth of it is that if you threw those rings in with a whole bunch of cast, or you threw them in with a whole bunch of extruded, they wouldn't tell the difference.
What does Bruce say there? Bruce said, "My yard pays different price for aluminium, and they can throw it all into
one."
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is weird.
That is weird. Yeah.
They probably get a better price for the highest value of it, so they just dump everything in there, and then they just pay you the lower price for the stuff that has a lower value. So
yeah, well, that's what my yard does. They just give you a price for aluminium, which is always going to be the lowest price of aluminium. So at the moment, I think it's sheet aluminium is the lowest price. So that's the price you get, even though you'll be throwing in cast and all the rest of the extruded aluminium. So they're making money then when they separate it out. They're making the money.
Well, then the other funny one I saw is that at my one yard, it was either this week or last week, something I don't remember, but the cast aluminum price was the same as the sheet aluminum price.
Okay.
And I was like, well, so why bother to separate them?
Yeah, why bother separate them? Is right. Just put them all into sheet.
Well, that's when the guy was explaining to me that with the sheet they can smash it down better than.
Yeah, but that's when he should be paying you a bit more for you doing the sorting. So he should be paying you a higher price. You know?
Yeah.
That's
I have sorted so much stuff that's my scrapyard takes most of what I have sorted just as shred, even though there's better prices for it, but there's no yards anywhere near me that actually sort that well. But then again, it's all extra on the side for me anyway, so whatever I get is profit.
Oh yeah. Well, that's why I said anything I get is profit as well, because I get the stuff free and it's only my time. And again, if I'm doing it when I'm talking to people like what I am now, scrapping bits out and stuff, I don't count that as doing anything because I'm being productive. I'm multitasking. So, and but if I was doing it for a living, I'd be awful pissed off with the scrapyards, with the way they deal with people over here in Ireland, with the one prices and not giving you the better price on the aluminium and trying to lowball you and stuff like that. But as I'm doing it as a hobby, I don't really give a damn.
Hey, Electronic Scrapper's got a question for you there, Irish.
What's Electronic Scrapper asking? Hey, Scrapper, let me put it up here on the old screen so everyone can see it. Hi, Scrapper, I wouldn't offend you. I'm happy to share the drop on live stream. Oh yeah, please do. I would love to see gold drops. I like to see gold drops.
Then I'm going to get me a coffee and be watching that with my coffee.
No problem at all, Electronic Scrapper. The link is there. If you want to go up and show us that gold drop, you are more than welcome. I like watching gold drops.
So since we're talking about gold, while we're waiting for Electronic Scrapper to come up, one of my viewers sent this to me.
Oh, cool.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, that's kind of like the one I got from the alarm clock.
That's nice.
A golden chip.
He worked in the industry back in the day, and so he's kept several of these samples from different chips.
Cool.
And I can't get it to focus because I'm still in the picture here, apparently.
No, it's okay.
No, we can see it. Yeah.
So it's very
Nice.
cool.
Well, the cap has been taken off, right?
Yeah.
And
I was
there's gold
trying to get it to
around it.
focus so that you can see the chips that are inside of it.
The tiny little things inside.
Here, let's see if this helps at all.
That could help indeed. It's focusing on your hand.
Yeah. It's trying to get your hand.
See if you can make it reflect the light. Usually it will focus on the light then. Can kind of tell the chip is inside, yeah.
Oh, and it's got all these gold legs on it, which are kind of cool.
The gold legs is what drawing my attention. I'm focusing on the gold legs.
Gold.
That's so that was from
in the dark here.
My friend Thunderpig123.
Thunderpig.
1, 2, 3.
1, 2, 3.
Thunderpig.
It's a shame.
No singing. Rule number 1.
It's a shame it's not focusing really well because there's really cool gold down inside the chip. Oh well, I'm gonna take a good picture of it and put it up as a post this week probably too.
I can everything I stripped, even all this e-waste pickup now, and everything I've stripped out, I still have not found a gold EEPROM yet.
The only one I found was in an alarm clock of all places.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to finding my first gold EEPROM. But by
it was either very early 80s or late 70s, I think. Yeah,
because see over here, most of that stuff has all been, because again, back in the 80s and the 70s, there wouldn't have been that much of it in Ireland because we were very poor. So people couldn't afford them computers. We were still with the abacus.
Oh yeah, there was not a lot of vintage stuff over there now.
There's not a lot of vintage stuff left around Ireland, so that's the problem.
So I have a question for Shark, actually. Yeah. Did you send anything to me already?
Yes.
Because I got a notification in my mailbox saying that there's something waiting and needed to be paid for. But I need to pay customs on it.
Did you pay customs already, Shark, again?
Nope.
That's all right.
It was the whopping amount of €4.40. So I thought, oh bugger this, I'll just pay it. I spend more than twice as much on snacks every day during work. So I was wondering if that was something that you might have sent because the last two letters on the tracking were US, so it's something from the US. And that was the only thing I could think of actually.
I did send you something, and the timing is about right for that to be from me.
Okay.
I thought you got caught again with the customs, the Shark.
Oh no, I'm not.
Don't tell me he paid it and get caught again.
Nope, not playing that game again.
Not playing that game again.
Well, the annoying thing is that I only get the tracking number, and then I can look stuff up about it, and all I get to see is there's a package. This is what it's gonna cost, and this is the state of the transit it's in. No information on where it's from, who it's from, what it is. It's quite annoying.
Yeah, I wonder if they do that so that you won't just selectively deny things.
Hey, Shark, when did you?
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
When did you send it?
A few weeks ago. Here, let me check.
Was it? It didn't take as long as it took Ian Matthews one to come from, no?
No, that was sent on November 9th, and it ended up on February 1st on Tuesday in my mailbox.
So all of November, all of December, all of January, 3 months it took, nearly.
It's actually amazing how well that video is doing. It's performing better than just about anything I've put up in the last year. But that's because Ian Matthews shared it out on his community page. I was actually surprised. Usually I lose subscribers when I post anything that's not related to metal casting. Now I went up like 10 subscribers.
No, I have someone in the basement, and
basement.
I'm going to give this guy a warning before he even comes up. If you're going to be interrupting people, you're getting dumped. Alexander, welcome.
Hello, Alexander.
Oh, something about gold. That's probably why he came in.
Hold on, I have another guy in the basement, and this is the one I was waiting for as well to come up. So it's Electronic Scrapper going to do a gold drop. So I'm going to put him on big screen, guys, and we'll see how this gold drop goes. Dun, dun, dun.
All right. You want to know what I was using? Just stomp out.
Okay.
So
now, if anyone is not familiar with gold drops, what we hopefully will see here is when he puts in his stump out and he mixes it around, we should see a change of color going from gold to a darker black eventually, and then the gold should start to drop out. So let's see how he gets on.
Hi, Silver Scorpion. Hi, Poos mate. Hi, Poos mate.
Hello, Alex.
And the other thing is he won't have any roots growing in that yellow liquid.
Because you use
I like
root
the top
killer?
he has for the jar, actually. I like that top.
I've got a saturated solution in water.
Hold on, before you put it in, is that warm water or cold water you use?
It is cold water.
Okay, right, go ahead.
I'm missing it. All
right, so we're waiting to see, can we see a change of color?
On my way.
It should go like a light color, like see-through, and then it should start to change to a darker color. So you see now it's going lighter.
Green.
It's starting to go lighter. And hopefully we should see it darken up now.
Oh, come on. I've had pee that was lighter than that.
I've had pee that was darker than that.
It's not much gold in it, so it's going to take a little bit.
Ah. Live experimentation.
Can't beat the gold drop. Sometimes they're instant, and then I've had gold drops that took 12 hours to drop.
Yeah.
Really?
It can all depend.
Hello, Silver Scorpion.
And
Hello,
Electronic Scrapper, what material have you dissolved in there, and what is it dissolved in nitric and HCl, or what have you done?
Yeah, it's with nitric.
Okay, and what type of material have you done? Where did the gold come from? Was it gold fingers or
they were
pins?
There you go. They were green fiber CPUs.
Okay.
All I did was heat them up with a heat gun, knock the pins off.
Yeah.
Hello, Pop Scrap.
So was it the pins or was it the CPUs?
Pins.
It was the pins. The pins
It's becoming blurry now.
Yeah,
it's starting to change.
Let's see if I can speed it up a little bit.
I was like, what the hell's happening? But you're actually putting stuff in there.
Yeah, he's putting more SMB in there.
I did not denox this. I normally don't. You can add more SMB to it to.
Well, my new way of denoxing it is I'm going to keep adding gold until it gets saturated and uses up all the nitric. And that way then I'll filter it out and hold on to the gold. It didn't dissolve. Then all the nitric should be gone and should drop fairly easy. That's my next plan on my next few drops.
I love the watch glass. What is that?
Yeah.
That's actually a piece of a headlight.
Oh, cool.
It's a projection assembly off a car headlight.
Okay.
Cool. That's brilliant, actually.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Yeah, this may take a little while. It is changing, but it's slow.
Well, what I'll do is, in the meantime, I'll go back to all screens. I'll keep an eye on it. And we'll keep an eye on it. As it darkens, I'll put you back up on big screen. So, Alexander, how are you doing?
I'm fine.
Good.
What I wanted to ask was how much gold comes out a mobile phone?
One mobile phone, you will not even get, I'd say, 2 cents or 5 cents, somewhere between 2 and 5 cents of gold if you're lucky. That's including batteries, and that's including SIM card, and that's including the thing. So you're going to need a lot. I think it was
because what I was thinking is what happened is this is a total funny story. On eBay, I goes on eBay 7 weeks before Christmas, and I'm looking for I'm looking for old British coins. Comes across a guy, right? Not in this country, but down south. But he's not originally from here. I think he's Romanian, right? He's Romanian. But it's nothing to do with this, right? So I buys this bag of coins off him, thinking that this was going to be an ongoing thing. Then I found out he's not into actual coins. He buys and sells gold. He buys and sells different things. But the other hobby that I used to be into, mobile phones, he does it on a regular basis. So I'm going through the 2-3 boxes beforehand, and I'm like, well, the older type ones without the cameras, without the cameras, I'm not worth anything anymore. The ones with cameras are worth something back on eBay. So all of a sudden I was like, hold on, right, I'm giving away coins or whatever doing that in the coin community. And I'm sitting there and all of a sudden, out the top of my head pops, I'm involved with the scrapping community. I was like, hold on a minute. And I'm like, I actually what I've done is I bagged 3 up, as in 3 phones for somebody and then 3 phones for somebody else. And the first thing that came into my head was keep talking. Was between you, Ralph Morick, and Ralph Scrapper. That was the 3 that popped out my head.
Scrapper, sorry.
But that's how I asked how much gold is in a phone, because I wanted to know, just out of curiosity. So I was like, well, okay, it's a gift. It's sent as a gift, as in the 3 phones, but they're no use to me because obviously they're not the modern ones, which is the camera ones. I want the camera ones, but every now and again, sometimes I get them put into a box of stuff, because what I do is we don't do the deals on eBay. We do it through Facebook Messenger, and then he holds up phones to me. Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want this? Do you want that? And sometimes he'll turn around and say, well, I'll go, is it cheap? And he'll go, he just look at me and go as if to say, well, are you going to refuse it? And there's times where he'll throw me in here freebies, and sometimes he'll go, give me 50 pence, give me 50 pence. And I'm like, aye, all right, just drop it in the box.
Yeah, that's very cool. But what you want to do with them phones is you get people to buy them on eBay, just sell them on eBay. People will buy them, they pay over the odds for them. You'll make more money on eBay selling mobile phones than you will scrapping them out. I tell you that much. Now, while we're back there, when I have that in big screen, as you can see, the liquid has gone from that yellow to, you can see, like a muddy sort of watery color. So
swamp water.
Yeah, it looks like stream water or sewer water or something, but that's the gold coming out of the solution. And how long are you going to leave that now? Overnight, is it, electronic scrapper?
Yeah, I'll leave it overnight.
Yeah, and then tomorrow he should have his gold sitting on the bottom of the little jar. So a nice little drop there. And what are you expecting to get out of it? What are you expecting to get? A couple of grams or
about half a gram? I didn't.
Half a gram.
Yeah, okay. I didn't have a ton of these. I found some I forgot about, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna get rid of them.
Yeah, it turned out good there. It's gone the nice color, and it's starting to settle, I think, on the bottom. If you look down towards the bottom of the jar, you can see it's darker. So it looks like it's beginning to drop to the bottom and start to settle. So that's a nice little gold drop.
Yeah, and if your pee ever looks like that, go see your doctor right away.
Or check it for gold.
That's a whole new meaning to the word golden shower.
Because scrapping Irish, there is one of your community that's actually in the chat who is as in the coin community, but he's also into silver
coin
and actually scrapping boards out.
I want to say hi to Kevin Sturgis, by the way, who came in. Kevin, welcome in.
And Silver Scorpion is leaving.
Oh, is he? All right.
Silver Scorpion.
Thanks for taking the time to come in, and I appreciate it. And Raphael Scrapper came in as well. Raphael, how are you doing? Sorry What have I started? What's Raphael saying there?
Yeah, I don't know. What do we? I mean, not that we're not opposed to blaming you for something, Raphael, but what are we blaming you for?
What started?
It was Alexander was talking about when he was collecting the phones.
Oh yeah,
he was thinking
of
Scrapping Irish and me and Raphael Scrapper.
With the
I was like, what can I give them? I was like, what can I give the scrapping community? They don't use them not really into coins, and I'm like, right, my coins are my content, but I just didn't want to, because the whole idea to do YouTube was to start doing product reviews on unlocking phones and stuff, which is my actual real hobby, as in my actual passion. I used to sell on eBay as in mobile phones, but I got into it through a friend of mine that was shutting up shop, and he turned around and says, why don't you start repairing them yourself? And that's what got me involved in them in the first place, as in doing mobile phones. At the start.
You could do videos about that as well, and then make a separate playlist. I mean, I have different subjects on my channel for different playlists. You don't have to make a different channel for every subject. Just make a playlist. I think you can make like 12 different playlists or so, or even more.
Oh, even more. I'd say I have more than 12 playlists on mine. Oh. No, they're all like, I break up like...
No, those were the series you could make back in the day. I think they changed that at some point.
Yeah.
See, sometimes I go, well, I do this video and I go, is it actually what? And I'm going, is the content actually worthy? And I'm going, and that's why sometimes I don't do the video, because I'm like, well, I don't feel it's worthy enough.
Well, you'd be surprised what ends up in videos on YouTube. So anything that you do with passion is probably worth it.
Again, this comes back to what I say all the time. You're in YouTube for two things, or maybe three, sorry. There might be three different sections in YouTube. One is the person who's in YouTube to make a living. The other person is in YouTube to pass on the information that they have learned and stuff like that through maybe their videos. And the third person is on YouTube is the watcher. So at the end of the day, you kind of fall into any of them three categories. And as I say, I'm just on YouTube. I pass on what I do, what I learn, what mistakes I make. I'm not claiming to know everything about gold recovery. I never would. There's people out there who have 10 times the knowledge of me, and they do it differently to me. And sometimes I do it wrong or whatever, but it's what I do. And I'm not going to change the way I do my channel. If people watch it, they watch it. If they don't, they don't. Again, there's other channels out there which are on YouTube for trying to make a living out of it, and that's fair enough for them. That's what they're in it for, and they'll do different stuff. And then there's people who just watch YouTube. So at the end of the day, you come into one of them three categories, and you decide what it is. Whether you want to do the channel to try and please other people, you want to do the channel to please other people a bit, but please yourself more. And then the last thing is just you're in YouTube to watch. That's my thought.
And don't try to please everyone, because that'll drive you mad.
Yeah, you won't be able to do it.
That's like a video, and I couldn't remember if I did it or not. And it was on Titan Airlines. The time that I came into the repatriation scheme coming back from Greece. Now I had that one on, but I didn't realise that I had it on. So I put another one, but I titles it differently. I've got 500 views already on that one video, and I'm like, what? People want to just see somebody that's on an aeroplane, actually boarding an aeroplane, talking about as in coming back home on the repatriation scheme when Thomas Cook went bust. And I was like, what is it about planes? What is the big thing about planes?
Well, it's like anything. You think what's the big thing about planes? Other people think what's the big thing about coins? Other people think what's the big thing about e-waste? Other people think what's the big thing? It's always there's going to be people for something, and just because you're not into it doesn't mean other people aren't into it. And just because you're into something doesn't mean everyone has to be into the same thing. That's the amazing thing about YouTube. It's so much stuff out there, and there's something for everyone's taste. And just because you don't
I think it was the fact that people were, when I started doing the channel, and then when I started doing content, it was like, what I do is content wise, but then I didn't want people to miss if I was away on holiday or whatever, to see the views that I was seeing, or see the scenery that I was seeing, and I didn't want them to sort of miss that. I think that's because I've got another load of videos that I need to put on, as in when I done the tour of the island. I've still to put some of them on yet.
What's that? I don't know. I'm mad after 30 days. I don't know what that's about. I don't know what's happening to you there. Is it something that's gone wrong for you, or do you mean you're just crazy about YouTube? I don't know what it is.
I didn't get it either.
Yeah, I don't know what that was.
I said if you try to please everyone, it will drive you mad.
Yeah, it drives you mad. Maybe that's what he means.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, all right.
Hey, John, lad, welcome in.
Now I got it. Now the pieces came together.
Yeah, I think that's what he means. Hey, John, lad, how are you doing?
You made it 30 days before you went mad. Well done, most of us.
Oh, going crazy.
You don't have to be mad to join in on this community, but it does help.
Let's have a look at this liquid, see how dark it's getting now. Is it getting darker? Seems to be getting darker down lower. Yeah, so that gold is settling.
Starting to look like the Hulk. Just about that color. Hulk smash.
You don't have to be insane on YouTube. You just have to have a thick skin.
Well, yeah, you have to not take everything personal. Some people like to make it personal. But I say some of the comments, people will try and get to you if they can, if they think you have a something they can work on, they'll do it. But I don't really take any notice of I take all the positive comments on board. I love them, and then the negative ones, they don't exist.
I think it's really the reason why I joined YouTube was because I felt isolated in my own area. I think that was more the thing, and it's been part. And to be honest, it's more being part of the community that I like.
Yeah, well, I said that before. YouTube is kind of for some people who you have autism, do you? Or something you were saying before, or is it anxiety?
I'm on the borderline. I'm not actually in the middle. I'm on the borderline.
Yeah, so like again, you might find it hard in social gatherings or whatever sometimes, and YouTube is a way for you to connect with people and stuff like that. So that's another benefit to YouTube, you know.
Just need a cherry and an umbrella in that glass, and some blue M&Ms for snacks. Look at that.
That's what I gotta get on.
I got a whole pile of where did I put those? I already put them back, I think.
So what's your plan, electronic scrapper, for them? Are you going to crush them up and then put them into nitric, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. And then what way are you going to drop the silver out? What are you going to use to drop the silver?
I'm probably just gonna turn it into chloride and then convert it back.
Okay. And by turning it to chloride, are you going to use like just normal tap water? Is it to drop it, or are you going to use HCl, or what way are you going to do it?
I'll use a little HCl.
Okay.
I think it clumps up better that way.
Yeah. But some people use tap water, but again, depends where you are, what sort of chemicals some of the companies put into the tap water might react with the nitric and make a mess of it altogether. So you have to be careful that way with the tap water.
Chemicals in tap water?
Hold on, lower down. There we go. You can see the gold settling at the bottom now. Tilted slightly. There we go. You can see it settling at the bottom.
Looks like coffee. Starts looking like coffee.
Yeah.
Don't drink it though.
No.
The purer the drop, the browner it is. Usually, I find it's more brown coffee color than a black color. If it's kind of black or greenish, it's got other stuff in it. Look at that's coffee. Hold on now. We have M&Ms and coffee. M&Ms first.
Yeah, some blue M&Ms.
Blue M&Ms. And then we have coffee.
Or what's left of it. I just went through my last bit.
Yeah. That was pretty cool.
I have a Pringles can that's about this full of M&Ms, but there's all different colors in here.
Pretty cool. We got to see a gold drop tonight live on the Scrappin' Irish show. Hey, thank you,
that is called gold dropping. I could drop some aluminium or brass if you'd like. Just hold an ingot and drop it.
No, that's kind of different.
Hey, Ralph, here's my multicolored M&Ms.
Oh. Well, you were picking out the blue ones earlier.
It was, yeah.
Is that Viagra?
I'm going to put them back in.
Yeah, John Ladd wants to know where they buy Viagra's.
Don't need that stuff.
No. What's that, Alex? Telephones?
It's 260, 6280s with faults in them, as in the one had the smash screen that.
Oh, the old Nokias?
Yep, I've down them up because Nokia's appreciated in value, as in because a lot what they're doing is they're doing a lot. I was talking to a guy and he says different board. He goes, "You got it wrong." He goes, "Different board." He went, "Totally different board." He says, they are doing them." He says, "That's exactly what's happening." He says, "But what they've done is the blueprints." He says, "They've redone the blueprints. It's different board." He says, "To the older phone." He says, "But they are." And what they're doing is a lot of their Nokias, they're sort of lower range. They're wanting to put into US market. They think they've achieved that, but not 100% sure at the moment. And this is what's going to happen as in the next 2-3 years. So their shares or whatever, or their dividends or revenue, it's going to. I can see it doubling.
Well, what amazes me about Nokia is they were the leading phone manufacturers back in the 90s up until about maybe 2000 maybe
2004, 2005 maybe, I think.
Maybe 2005. And then all of a sudden they just took the eye off the ball. Apple came in and just wiped them completely.
No, what happened was they was a lot of, they weren't releasing their phones. What they were doing was they were making the phones, they were getting orders for the phones, and then the release dates they were holding them back because there was faults in them or faults in the software. There was flaws in the software, and that's what killed. That's what basically killed them.
It wasn't even that. Like their phones were, when you compare their phone to the first iPhone that came out, there was no comparison. The iPhone was like, the color screens, they had the video call and whatever other stuff you could do on it, the music built into it, everything. And then the Nokias were still just playing Snake.
Well, if you got one of the most expensive Nokias back in the day, it could do all kinds of stuff like 2 or 3 years before the first iPhone came out. And everybody was like, "Ooh, iPhone!" And everybody that had the expensive Nokias were like, "This is not new. I could do this for 3 years already." But then you had to pay like €1,000 for a phone.
I had the Nokia Engage, which was
Engage was cool, yeah. Play video games on it,
and stuff like that, but it never really took off.
According to the figures, Apple, their yearly annum was something like 3 trillion. BlackBerry was 1.3 billion. Basically, Nokia is nowhere at the moment because they changed the company as an HMD, but I don't know if HMD is part of the company or whether they've got an involvement in it as an HMD. But a lot of their stuff, their main headquarters is in Finland, but a lot of the manufacturing is in China.
Right, all the companies manufacture in China, so let's not forget that.
Yeah.
Apple's phones are all made in China.
I'm gonna have to hop off your live stream. My battery's about dead.
No problem. Thanks for that.
I'll see you back on my computer.
Yeah, I just put it up one more time before you go. So that was the gold drop. So
good
there
stuff.
You go, guys. We got to see some gold being dropped tonight.
Drop it like it's gold. Drop it like it's gold. Somebody make a remix of that. Drop it like it's gold. Drop it like it's gold. You can turn it into your theme song.
Oh yeah, that's right. The Windows Nokia phone. It's okay, but they stopped updating apps when they started dropping apps. I knew it was game over. Yeah, the
when Android came out, basically Android was crap until version 3 or so. So that took some time before that got off the ground. Now they are the market leader.
Yeah, every new phone coming out has Android nearly, except for Apple.
Yeah, exactly.
And Hawaii, or what you got now? Hawaii, I call them Hawaii. What is the name of them?
Hawaii.
Because
they're Android.
No, they're not.
My work phone is Huawei.
But not for the last 2 models, because do you remember there was an embargo put against them, and they couldn't use any of Google's apps. So they had to design their own software.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
The American administration put an embargo against any American company supplying them with any software or hardware because they were linked so heavily to the Chinese government. So
okay.
That
was during
there was a lot of controversy.
The Trump administration.
There was a lot of controversy over it. It was mega. Nobody wanted to talk about it and all the rest. And it was a lot of as in things that was going backdoor, and there was meetings and all sorts with Hawaii.
Here's all my steel bits that I wanted to keep because
they no longer have Android. They have their own software now.
Which is probably something that they stole from 3 or 4 other people and put together. So
yeah.
Oh God, I said that out loud, didn't I?
I distanced myself from the remarks made before the Chinese come in and take me over. I distanced myself from Charles' remarks. If any of the lawyers are listening from Hawaii, I had nothing to do with that. I've already got one copyright claim against me. I don't need the Chinese after me as well.
For what?
For music I used on one of my videos, but I actually have the license because I paid for it. So I sent off the license to them there now, so that should clear it up.
Oh, I hope so.
Well, if it doesn't, I've been paying for licensed music that I shouldn't have been paying for, so because it wasn't licensed.
Yeah, you should get your money back anyway.
Yeah. So either way, there'll be someone who'll have to explain to me why.
Somebody has some explaining to do.
Well, I was looking it up. I checked it on YouTube, of course, because you can put in videos, and I go, my music that I got my license from, whichever company it was, has now been put in for a copyright claim. What is the story? And what it seems to be is when artists start off first, they'll sign up with, like, if they're not getting their music published or whatever, they'll sign up with like Artlist or any of these other companies because they get some royalties out of it that way. So they'll license their music, but then what happens in maybe 2 years down the road, they might get a contract with some other record company.
They become popular,
and next minute, that other company then all of a sudden goes, oh, well, hold on now, they backtrack music as well, and they try and put claims against that. But then when you show you had it before you became famous and you have the license, they have to let you use it then. But it's only for anyone new, since they've been taken over by the publishing company that hadn't got the license that will get caught. But so it's stuff like that. So this person that I got this music from, they obviously have become a bit more mainstream or whatever, and now their publishing company wants a claim on the music. But because I have the license, they shouldn't be allowed to have the claim, hopefully.
Yeah, I hope so. Okay.
So,
Scrapman 50, hello.
Shark took off as soon as he put up the music thing. He took off in case I give out to him.
Cool.
He's done some VR stuff. Hold on.
Did that come with your phone? Is that whatchamacallem? The Gear VR.
It was a Christmas present.
Oh, cool.
I'm still playing. I'm still trying to figure out how to play with it.
Is that one of those things that you put your phone in?
No.
I had the Gear VR for my phone, and that worked surprisingly well, actually, for something that you use with your phone.
Yeah, let me see. Wait a minute. This is an Oculus.
Yeah, the Gear VR is made by Oculus.
Okay.
Oh, no, wait. The Gear VR, this one is made by Samsung and powered by Oculus. So it's the Oculus software that's on there.
All right. So,
but that came with my Galaxy S7, so that's pretty old by now.
Hey, Scott, I hope all is good with you.
I'm going to get the VR for the PS5.
I think they're up to a Samsung S21 or something.
Yeah, that's over here.
Yeah.
I'm currently using my 9 because that's still working, but it has. I'm not sure if that will show up on camera, but that has a lot of cracks. Wait, let me clean that up a bit.
Let me clean that up a little bit.
Yeah.
Well, you can't really see the cracks.
Yeah, that's not bad.
You can see basically a star shape kind of there.
Not nearly as bad as Ian Matthews' phone.
It's probably not showing up as well. Wait, maybe if I do like this. Focus.
No, I can't see any cracks.
It's not that bad.
Oh,
It's not
here,
the corner.
on this side, and one in the corner here.
Oh yeah, I can see down the bottom corner there now. Yeah.
Yeah, well, anywho, you get the idea. There's cracks all over the place, but it still works. But I got my S29, 21, waiting over there, and during this time off, after next week, I'm gonna go swap to the new phone, and then this one will be my spare phone. I still have my S7 and my S4.
Because Vodafone was trying to get me into. It was like an offer, and they were saying it was time to upgrade and all that, Carol. And because I got a SIM only deal with them, they were like, as in, we're going to offer you a Samsung S21, and I was like, it's sort of toyment. I was like, do I really want it? And then I'm thinking, that means my contract's going to go up further, and I went, nah, I don't really want, nah. Because the last 3 or 4 years, what they've been doing is they've been actually, as in putting the money that I pay monthly to them, as in they've actually deducted money off it, so to keep me as a customer, because they've tried to keep, as in wanting me to upgrade, as in the package, but I was like, no, I'm not interested.
Okay, no, I was going to say in there, Scrapman 50, that selling the phones to the machines, you're probably going to get more money if you sell them on eBay than sell them on there, to be honest, to the machines. Or you might get a company, like I know there's companies in the UK called Magpie, is it Music Magpie or one of them companies? They buy mobile phones. Now, if it's completely not working, then by all means just throw it in the machines. But if it's still working or still powers on, you'll get more money probably selling them on eBay or selling them to some one of them companies. Then
scrapping them out, you're not going to get $2 a phone.
No, you're not going to get $2.
I just picked up buying me
unless you've got a watch go like some of these big companies that do it, they make more because they get the copper, they get the aluminium, they get the platinum, they get the gold, they get the silver, they get all the metals out of it. Where the likes of the back streets or the back garden scrapper, like what I would be, I either go after the silver or I go after the gold, and that's it. I'm not going to get the copper, I'm not going to get the steel, I'm not going to get the lead, I'm not going to get all them other metals out of it. So that's how they make their money.
I can't remember the count up to now, but I've got another 32 coming in. I've got another 32 coming in Monday or Tuesday. I paid 90 quid. I paid 90 quid for. That's nothing, boy. That's including the postage. So it's about £2.5 quid. It's about £2.5 £2.50 a phone. That's what I'm paying them for them. Complete phones.
Well, this is aluminium. So don't you just hate it when you get one of these and you think, oh, nice, I'm going to get the copper out, and then you snip one and you pull the cable out, and then you look closely, and then you notice that this is quite light, actually.
I just got one done.
All aluminium.
Scrapman Dan, I said hi to you, but I don't know, did everyone see you coming in? So Scrapman Dan, popped in, guys.
Scrapman Dan.
So I was just looking at board sort, and for a modern smartphone with no battery and no cover, they'll pay $2.50 a pound.
$2.50 a pound.
Yeah, and an older cell phone with a keypad, no battery and no backing on it, $5.50 a pound.
Yeah, because the older ones, the keypad underneath the keypads is usually gold flashed boards, so that's why it's worth more. Hey, Crypto, good to see you.
Crypto.
I'm glad that Scrapman asked that question, because I've got a little container of cell phones. Been trying to figure out what I wanted to do with them. So
yeah,
I got a box full.
Is there any machines near you where you can bring them to the machines, and what they'll do is they'll scan the phone, isn't it? You put the phone in, it's scanned or whatever, you put the information in, and they'll give you might get more money than $3.50 a pound for them.
Yeah, I suppose it's possible, but I have to go try to find the machine.
Yeah,
I'm not sure we have those machines.
Because that's an older one, but I did get touchscreen ones in, as in stuff that he does. He's like, this guy just buys them in bulk. He's like, and then when he puts them on eBay, and then if he doesn't get money off them on eBay, he ends up, he just picks up the phone or texts me in Messenger, you want these phones, and then he does a video call with me and sits with a lap pulling out phones like, do you want this one? You want that one? I just say, I know. And I'll say it much for the lot. Sometimes it'd be 30 quid, sometimes it'd be 50 quid, sometimes it's 80 quid.
What are you doing with all the phones you're buying, Alexander? Are you using them for parts, for repairs, or are you?
I'm doing repairs as in certain, as in ones that maybe, say for instance, I get 3 of the same model. I'll do repairs on maybe 2 of them, hoping.
And then do you sell the repaired phone, or what do you do?
What?
Do you sell it when you repair it? Do you put it up on eBay and sell it, or what?
Unlock it because I've got all the unlocking gear. So the unlocking gear. That's on unlocking gear. That's unlocking gear all there. I've got all the equipment. The only thing I haven't got is a hot air station.
But at the end of everything, what is your plan? Do you plan on selling the phone when you had all repaired, unlocked, and done everything, or are you just keeping them?
I put them on eBay.
Okay, that's what I asked at the very beginning.
Sorry.
I didn't need the big long story. I just needed the answer. Who came in there? Granny and the Beer Scrappers.
Hey, Granny, how's the cold and snow up there?
Don't take your coins to what's that thing? Don't take your coins to
Coinstar. They have them at a lot of the grocery stores and stuff around here. You dump your coins in, it automatically counts them, and then it takes off a percentage, and then depending upon the store, you either get the money or you get a gift card
or credit.
They have them in the airports as well. I've seen the ones in the airports for when we say holiday makers come and they're going back to their own country, and rather than change the coins back to their own currency, they throw them in there and they get vouchers for shops instead in the airport.
See, that's what people don't realise. There's actually 2 values of coins. There's what they call the numismatic value, which is more than face value, and then you've got face value. So there's 2 different valuations for coins, but then it goes in the grade and all the rest, and the condition of the coin, the age of the coin, whether it's a key date coin, whether it's an era, whether it's a variety. You know what I mean? There's a lot of things that goes into it.
28%. I wouldn't mind having one of the machines that I can make 28% on.
Yeah,
wouldn't it be worth having one of the machines you can make 28% on it? Oh.
We've been having such a coin shortage around here that the one of my scrap yards still pays dollar and cents. So I've been taking in the rolled coins to them, and the ladies that work behind the pay window have been so happy to get coins that they've been rounding up for me.
Well, that's
wow!
You'll be making money.
I just go to the grocery store because they always want to have change, and then I just go there with sorted little usually plastic bags with a label on it, and they say this is €5 in 5-cent coins, this is €5 in 10-cent coins, this is €5 or €10 in those coins, and I say you can count them, but I have counted them. So, and then usually they get like the manager there, and they say, is this okay to take this? And then they give me the $5 or $10 bills or whatever, euro bills. And then I give them the change that I've collected, because if I have to turn it in at the bank, I have to pay to turn it in. So
yeah. They don't want us having cash anymore. They want you to be a cashless society. That's the way they want us to be. So
well, it's a lot more neater and cleaner, but there's
but again, it's kind of,
there's less chance for black markets and stuff.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
That. And having more cash on the side that they don't register.
Well, what happens then is it forces up the price of getting some jobs done, because you can no longer pay the guy in cash. So it means he has to pay tax on whatever he gives you. So he's going to add on if he has to pay 20% tax, he's going to add on 20% to the bill. So, you know, it's pushing the price up already. If things weren't dear enough, everything else is getting dearer then.
See, that's why, Shark, I buy a roll of pennies, because to me, they're about the price of what I pay for a scrap phone. So I'm not, I'm not losing money at it because it's a full roll. So if I open the roll and I sell them individually, as in without going through eras and varieties, I'm still going to get my money back for them. Do you know what I mean? So I'm not really losing money, because there's a few people that's been like they've been on Messenger and they're like, I'm really worried about you. I like to think you're going to lose money on that car. And I was like, look, I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this for years, knowing coins, but on other things my dad taught me. So my old man used to say to me, son, as long as you're not losing money, if you get your money back or a wee bit of profit, you're doing all right. When you start losing money, that's the day to quit it. That's the day to get a body swerve.
Hey, welcome in, Shamdog. Thanks for dropping in. Good to see you. I've seen you. Where did I see you? Were on Hazy Days live. Or wasn't Hazy Days? Was that Struggle Street the last day? Was it last Monday? I think. I've seen you there.
Struggle Street.
Oh, Alexander is gone. Where's Alexander?
Oh, I think he may have clicked the wrong button.
Alexander, hello.
Are you still there?
Alexander. Alexander's gone. Well, thanks for being up, Alexander. I appreciate you coming up and letting us know what you're up to. And anyone else
wants to reset his? He'll be up in a minute. He usually does a couple times during a live stream, doesn't he?
Yeah, he used to have issues with his broadband. His router has to be reset a couple of times, I think.
That is annoying.
Yeah. Well, mine does that sometimes as well. My router, sometimes I might leave my computer on during the day when I'm gone to work. I might put some. What I've noticed now lately is I used to put playlists on for people, and now when I come back in, it goes. YouTube is putting up. Do you wish to continue watching? So I don't get to play all the playlists. It stops at maybe an hour.
There's a plugin for that for Chrome to avoid that mess.
Okay.
Because it's just another way that YouTube pushes people off the platform. Because I put on a playlist of music that I want to listen to, and I'm working, and all of a sudden it's quiet, and then I go there, and then it says, "Do you want to continue listening?"
Yeah.
Yes. And then like an hour later, or maybe even less, then the notification
mine
comes
used
up
to never
again.
do that. I used to be able to play playlists for. I remember going one weekend away, and I put a playlist on for people. And when I came back, the playlists were still playing.
Yeah.
But now this is a new thing that has started to happen. That when I go to work and I put someone's playlist on to give them some watch time, then when I come back, it stopped maybe an hour and a half into it, saying, "Do you wish to continue?"
Yeah, that's annoying. Well, the weird thing is, it does happen on my PC, but I have my playlist going on my laptop, and that has been going since yesterday without fail. I turned off ad block because that's so it plays the commercials as well, the ads. And that just keeps going, but I have ad block on my PC, so that might actually have some influence on it. I'm not really sure.
Scrapman melted a pound of pennies a while ago, then purified the copper in my electronic cell. So what did you get when you got the pound? Did you get back a pound of copper exactly?
Probably not.
Did you probably lost about the old copper pennies? Or was it 5% of other material, the old copper pennies? So you probably only got 95% of a pound.
You'd be lucky to get 80%, I guess.
Yeah.
Depending on what type of pennies it was. Thanks for that info about playlists. Yeah, it is weird. I think there's a plugin for Chrome if you look for it.
Yeah, because that used to be handy if someone was trying to get their watch hours or whatever. A lot of people used to just put their playlists on overnight or when they're at work for them or whatever. So at least they got the watch time. But this new thing by YouTube now is stopping that. So it's making it harder for them to play people's playlists for a long time.
Oh, I have a plugin that's called Return YouTube Dislike. So you can see the dislikes again and click the dislike if you would want to. Social Blade, I have AdBlock Plus, which is completely free and gives you no more ads on YouTube. And then the one for the playlists is called YouTube Nonstop.
Okay, let's check that YouTube Nonstop.
Yes.
Because again, it's like as usually.
And they're all for Chrome. If you use Firefox, they're probably similar things, but I use Chrome, so I don't know.
Yeah, I use Chrome as well. So
I actually don't mind the ads. They're kind of entertaining sometimes in their own right.
Sometimes they are indeed.
There used to be an ad one time, and I remember watching it, and then I watched the person's video, And I go, the ad was actually better.
That happens a lot, yeah.
People are probably saying that about my videos. Oh, that ad was enjoyable. Now I have to watch.
God damn it! There's a video in between these ads.
Yeah.
So I have a small pink tablet. I have phones, navigations, and some boards from phones. And this is part of, I think, also navigation. Whole box full of it. You want it?
So when did you stop carrying around your pink tablet?
What?
When did you stop carrying around your pink tablet?
When they stopped updating Hello Kitty Island Adventures.
And why do I actually believe that?
I play every video game at least once.
Oh.
Oh my God! So, are you really looking forward to the new Horizon game when it comes out?
Oh yes. It's so insane that I dream about it. And I haven't had that since I was very much into World of Warcraft. But then again, I am on my 4th playthrough, which I just stopped to come on here, of the first Horizon game, and I've played for, on average, I don't know, at least 4 hours a day.
Yeah.
I basically know every.
You know that
about the meat.
That
about the meat, you know. I've noticed that too.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I was going to say I've noticed that too. An awful lot of the ads now even is for this new plant-based meats. You know, plant-based. You know, it's made out of plants, so it's not meat.
Yes.
It's a plant.
Vegan.
You know,
Scientifically, it's proven that being a vegan is unhealthy, and you lose IQ points over the years. So you are stupid to become a vegan, and you become more stupid the longer you are a vegan.
Well, but it also kind of makes you, it reinforces that artificial intelligence really isn't as good as a lot of people think it is, because you would think a good AI would know that Pooh's is a meat eater and stop showing her vegan commercials.
Yeah, true. Yeah.
Exactly.
Now, don't get me wrong. Having a vegetarian day a week, or maybe even 2, isn't that bad. I mean,
or having a few vegetables with your, say you're having a steak.
With your meat, exactly.
Have some vegetables with your steak. Have a bit of broccoli.
Because many people eat way too much meat.
But,
yeah, I mean, we are omnivores after all.
Exactly. Yeah. That's how we evolved. They are brainwashing us, and no one is noticing. Well, I've been noticing for years, but brainwashing only works on the feeble-minded.
I mean, you want to have some insects mixed in with your meat, mixed in with your vegetables, mixed in with your pasta. It's a good mix all around.
Yeah.
Some fungus,
Yeah. Some days I'm just sick of eating meat. I'll admit that. Some weeks I'll have it, and I'll just have something like there. One day I got a vegetarian pizza because I didn't want any meat on it. I said,
I try vegetarian stuff sometimes, and it's usually pretty good.
Yeah. So it's just sometimes you need a change. But at the end of the day, I'll always 9 out of 10 times have meat out with my dinner of some sort.
Are nuts meats or vegetarian? Well, eating nuts is actually very good. Many oils of the nuts is good for brain development. So is fish.
Fish, omega-3 oils and stuff like that.
Yeah. Nuts are good for you.
With someone in the basement. Hey, first time this person has been up on my stream. This person has been on Raphael's stream a lot. So we'll do the guessing game. The name begins with an S.
Shark Scrapper.
Scrap it, Ralph.
Come on. Someone that hasn't been up on my stream before. Come on.
Scrapping together?
No, and they're always up on Raphael's stream. Come on.
Stormy.
Yay.
Oh. Hello,
hey,
Stormy.
And she's in the thing when she was up on Raphael's stream last night.
Yeah, in your fluffy taco.
Going anywhere.
So for people that don't know Stormy, who may not be over on Raphael's, but most people that are in my stream are also on Raphael's. Stormy is a scrapper as well, who lives in Denmark as well. So welcome, Stormy.
Thanks. Hi.
So how are you feeling today?
tired. So,
And?
hi, Crystal. I'm doing like nothing. And hi, Poos Mate.
It must be hard for you not to be out in the shed crushing cans and stuff like that.
Yeah, it's getting really annoying.
I know. And so how long more will you be tied up in the bed?
Well, I'm not in bed.
Never mind.
When I can hold a screwdriver or something.
Yeah.
That
So Stormy had an
probably
operation on her hand. She had what's that syndrome called again? Carpal tunnel
Carpal
syndrome?
tunnel.
Yeah.
Yes. So she had to have an operation on it.
Yeah.
So it's put her out of commission. She's missing the scrapping.
Yeah.
It's insane how many dishwasher motors I replace during work. I have stacks and stacks of these things. There's a nice bit of copper in there, but getting that out is extremely tedious. Or you have to use a Dremel or a grinder to cut through every little coil. So I think I might just toss these in with copper-bearing motors, and my scrapyard probably just takes that as shred.
Yeah, you probably only get a shred price for it.
Yeah, but it's quite some weight. I think I have like I fill like 2 or 3 buckets with these by now. Well, at least 3, I guess.
Ralph, you should just cut it. I would have done that. 1 penny there is 2 pennies tomorrow. Or something like that. Thanks. And yeah, I'm also getting behind on the cans.
Yeah, they'll be building up all them cans. You'll have a rake of cans to.
Your boyfriend is drinking more than you can crush.
Yeah.
You're getting behind on the cans because you're busy sitting on your cans.
Use big snippers to cut the copper. So Scrapman is telling you there, Ralph, use big wire strippers to cut out the copper.
Big wire snippers. Yeah.
Yeah, probably
this is basically all I have for cutting wires like that. It does work, but yeah. These things are these are slightly easier.
Yeah. Use a Dremel for the small ones.
Yeah. Just cut through every time going.
Yeah, you can get different blades for it.
I'm not sure if these are actually copper. Let me have a look here. Yes, this is copper.
I bought another new Dremel because I had one which was a battery-powered one, and now I bought a mains one which is plugged in all the time. So I use that in the shed, and the battery-powered one I do have with me. If I come across something I need to cut quick, I'll get out the battery Dremel and just cut off whatever I need.
Yeah, and when and if Ralph needs to make a little spare change, he can be a dentist in his spare time there.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
You can give him the dentist ears. Oh no, you can't because you scrap them out.
Is it safe?
Yeah. What movie is that from, actually?
Well, that's not true. An area surface stolen shipping and
I think this is aluminium. Not really sure.
Boys from Brazil.
Boys from Brazil, isn't that where Hitler was cloned as a child?
Yep.
Shartle, I don't know what motors are worth at the moment.
That sounds interesting. I don't think I've ever seen that.
I'm sorry, Marathon Man.
Marathon Man.
Yeah, my bad.
Isn't that a Stephen King with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
No, that's The Running Man.
The Running Man, yeah.
Yeah, that was Running
That's
Man.
actually pretty cool.
See, we start talking about movies, and straight away Raphael comes into the stream again.
Multi-cutter with titanium blade does well. Yeah, okay.
There you go.
Next project: 3D print a pair of big wire snippers.
Have you used your 3D printer lately?
Not in like 8 months. No.
Oh my god.
Wow.
I probably have to clean the whole thing because there's still resin in it, which is now probably solid.
Has it really been 8 months since you made the fish? How time goes?
I think I think the fish is the last thing I printed. Indeed.
Yeah.
When did I put up that video? Let me have a look here.
Well, you talked about it on the
Yeah,
stream.
8 months ago. It said in June 5th I uploaded the video, but I printed the fish at least a month before that. So yeah, so basically 9 months ish, maybe 10. I don't know.
I wonder how the guys that are doing the Make the Table challenge are getting on. They're what, 6 days into the challenge.
I really wish I could be on that challenge.
Who was it that said that Hitler was actually a woman? That gives all new meaning to PMS.
I doubt it. I really doubt it.
Oh, Ralph.
So I made a table. I'll have I'll be sharing it in a video on Friday.
Okay.
Oh. And is it part of the Make a Table challenge, or is it a table you found when you were street scrapping?
Pure coinky dink.
Oh, that table where you got all the where you go making the new bench. Is that the one?
Yeah, exactly.
That's it.
Yeah. When the lightest weight piece of the table is 55 pounds.
They found DNA they tested was female. DNA was tested was female.
I gotta show you what.
Could it have been Ava Brown's DNA? You never know.
Yeah, that could have
Robbie's
been.
gonna get me something, Bruce. Robbie's gonna get me something.
No, Crypto, I'm not bored with it. It's just piled up behind all this scrap. I really need to
you
store
can
my
do
stuff.
anything you want to.
That is true.
Yeah, I can't see anything because I don't have the screen. But can you see this tall one here?
The what?
Yes, the where you've stored all your drills and stuff.
Yeah.
And some puzzles.
I
puzzle.
assembled that myself with one fucking hand. even put the small screws on the backside with a hammer. And without holding the screws with one hammer, actually I was lucky because the plate already had some small holes from last time. But still, I did all that with one hand and I left one.
How did you put screws in with a hammer?
Not screws. I
Nails.
meant nails.
Nails. Oh, okay.
And it was
All
the
right.
tiny ones. Yeah, well,
Like
I'm
the
Danish.
panel
I'm excused.
And the woman.
Oh.
Okay, I did not hear that.
Yes.
No, women are selectively deaf.
Jeez, you just keep digging, don't you? You just don't stop.
Nope.
It'd be like last night with Eva and Raphael, when Raphael kept digging and Ralph, of course, kept giving him the shovel to keep digging.
Yeah, that was fun.
But I was really in doubt if I could put the nails in it because you have to hold it. But luckily the nails were sitting. Some of them. Yeah.
I've heard you do.
One hand. Okay, I didn't lift it. I didn't because it's heavy. But still.
There you go. Maybe he was.
Crypto. You get him, Crypto.
Now you have Crypto on your case as well. So you have Stormy, Crypto, and Eva. Now
we are not selectively deaf. We just choose not to hear stuff.
That's a thing.
And I've become quite honest about that. Whenever a woman asks me like, why haven't you done this or that, or why don't you tell me this or that, and then I always say I have a very good reason for that. And then they ask, well, I said I didn't want to.
No way, Raphael.
Because I don't care.
Actually, I think I will be doing double as much because my right hand will be doing its own stuff and the left will be doing its own stuff.
She'll have a drill in one hand, hand crusher in the other hand.
And
No
my hands
stopping
are
her.
just going like that.
Hand crusher going in
That
one
would be
hand,
so cool.
drilling with the other hand.
Yeah, it would be so cool.
That's an
I
accident
can't
waiting
wait.
to happen.
I can't wait.
Make sure you video it.
Well,
You could go
I can
viral.
multitask, but there's no way I can screw anything in without looking at it.
I'm not going there at all.
Yeah, I'm not even going to comment there.
Yeah, there's no way I can do it.
It's safer when all attention is at what you're doing. Yes. let's put it there. Yes.
I was just about to ask Shark, how are scrap prices holding up your side of the pond at the moment?
Oh, doing good. Let's see. Steel seems to be holding, and some of the non-ferrous stuff actually went up, so that's cool.
Because with the inflation the way it is, and the economies with them putting the interest rates up, and the banks putting up their interest rates and stuff like that, I thought scrapping would become more popular again as another income for people to make up for interest rates going up on their loans and stuff. They'll be all looking for another way of making a bit of extra money. So I thought maybe there'd be a lot more people cashing in scrap, and the prices might have dropped a bit, but they've actually been holding well.
Yeah, I don't know that the collective of average street scrappers, hobby scrappers, going in and selling all their stuff, I don't know that that's enough volume to really affect the prices. If the big commercial guys all of a sudden hold back or all of a sudden sell out, then there might be enough to really drive it. But I think what really drives the prices is the commodity demand and the international commodity market.
Yeah,
people are looking for TVs, have enough oomph to make a dent.
Yeah, I've heard that some companies they keep the stock in and they just stockpile everything, and then when people ask to buy anything from it, says, no, we're out. Meanwhile, they're stacking their warehouse to the brim, and by the time prices go up, they start selling again.
Well, as long as people keep buying the latest TVs and the latest mobile phones and that, it'll keep the copper prices high because there'll be a demand for copper anyhow. Stuff like that,
Speaking of which, I'm taking those little spidery-like things that are in those holes there. I do take those out. This, unfortunately, is aluminium.
Oh.
Meh. Usually when it's like this really weird color, you can kind of tell it's aluminium. But when it's this brown, it can go both ways. And this one's actually copper, so. Oh well.
What's this, Ralph? Do you toss those motor windings into barbecue grill and burn away the coating on the wire? Then the copper will pull out or break off easily.
Well, that's very environmentally unfriendly to burn.
Yeah, I was going to say burning copper is a huge no-no.
Yeah, well, the scrapyards won't buy it if they see any burn marks on it straight away. They won't buy your copper if it's been burned.
Yeah, it's weird why they don't. Yeah, it's weird. It's weird why they don't, but that's because you're actually being a health hazard and a environmental hazard by doing that.
Yeah.
I just keep it all, and when I'm going to be melting it, I sneaky bastards painting aluminum to look like copper. Yeah, true.
I am crypto. I'm actually thinking about melting my aluminium cans in the grill.
Yeah, you can.
Melting
cans is a dirty business, though.
It's
a mess. I stopped actually melting cans. I do still collect them, but I turn them in for scrap now.
But I would get more money. With those electric prices, I really need
you get more money if you melt them?
Yeah, I could sell it as aluminium.
Well, the problem is if you melt a kilogram of cans, you get half a kilogram of useful aluminium-ish. So you're basically making more, but getting only half the weight.
Yeah.
And you have to put all the work in, and you have to get the charcoal or gas if you're using gas. So it's more expensive.
About 6 crowns apart from 1 kilo. If 1 crown a kilo in cans and 7 in a normal aluminium, it could still pay, in my opinion.
Well, again, it depends if it's a hobby or a living you're trying to make. Like with me, it's a hobby, so I don't really count my time as
me too.
But like Shark Scrapper, it's a living he's making out of it, so he has to take into account his time whenever he's breaking anything down.
The money I earn is for buying new tools or whatever I want to buy. So
Stormy,
that's my pocket money.
Stormy, you need to make sure your yard will buy ingots. A lot of scrap yards won't buy ingots, or if they do, they don't pay that much because they have no way of really knowing what is in the ingot.
Yeah. I showed my lucky mini muffin, which I always got on me. It's just like 90 grams of aluminium. This is made from just cans, and sometimes I show people to tell about my channel. This is what I do, and then I have them subscribe. But I took this to the scrapyard once, and I said, well, I also melt stuff into like ingots and little muffins like this. Do you take this as well? And they said, yeah, we just take that as cast aluminium because it's cast. I said, well, I always try to separate all my different types of aluminium, like extruded or sheet or cast aluminium. And they said, oh, just throw it all together, melt it all in some ingots, and we still take it as cast. I said, okay. So, but the price of a cast is only slightly higher than actual cans. So for me, it's more profitable to just turn in the cans.
My union rep told me it's time for my break. So I'm just, oh, look at that, my invisible hand, by the way.
You got green gloves on.
Yeah, I have green gloves on. Hey, but it's my union rep told me it's time for a break, so I'm having a break.
Maybe when I go to work on Monday, I'll grab a couple of old transformers from the scrap shelf to melt. Yeah, why not? Da 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 da.
I have so much.
You know, Irish, that's funny. I back when I was going to trade shows regularly, we had a couple of shows that we went to where we had a big, huge booth thing that was tall enough that we had to use union riggers. We weren't allowed to put it up ourselves. And I mean, it was just freaking hilarious. You know, you'd have a supervisor, 2 laborers, and, you know, they'd get about halfway done, and then they'd have to go take a break. And, you know, where we would have had the whole thing done in 20 minutes, it would take them, I don't know, 2 hours to put the thing up, right?
Union breaks, man.
It's just like, oh my God, really?
Yeah. And then like it'd be like, oh, will you sweep up over there? Oh no, my union says my job isn't sweeping.
Yeah. It would just crack me up, you know. And you know, and then of course, then you had when the show was over, then you had to sit around and wait for them to get around to your booth to dismantle your stuff. Yeah. You know, it's like, oh God.
And if you try taking it down yourself, the union will go mad. No, our men are there to do that job. We're going to go on strike because you took down that.
Well, and
I'm so glad we don't have that crap over here.
And they would threaten to fine you, and you know, it would just be ridiculous sometimes.
Again, that's another thing that makes jobs makes anything so expensive. It's all these other things where you could have just done that, put that up and done it yourselves. But because the rules were the union workers have to do this job, you had to pay extra for that, you know?
I mean, I fully understand there are certain circumstances in which unions make very good sense. But it just has gotten out of hand.
Well, I think unions are great for factories and places like that, where everyone's in there and they have a union to represent them in the factory. But if you're putting up a stand at an exhibition, and you have your own men working for you and you want to put your stand up, you should be allowed to put up your stand. You shouldn't have to wait for a union guy to come and get their guys to put it up for you. I think that's rubbish. But in factories where everyone is in the union, it's all the same people, and there's never an outside worker coming in, it's always union workers in there. That's where unions should be, not everywhere. You know, if you want to put up your own stand in an area, you should be allowed to put it up, but without having to get the union workers in to do it.
And then the union shop in my place, oh my God, you know, God, they're terrible. They are just absolutely terrible. I can't get them to get to work on time, and then they want to leave early.
Paul Sharp just came with a price there. You might be able to tell me what your prices are like, Shark. Over here in Ireland, they're paying 40 cents per kg for motors, which would be about 20 cents a pound. How much are you getting for mortars?
Oh, let me look. Let me look real quick.
Let's see, are we getting ripped off as normal over here?
I'm glad I don't really have to worry about prices of stuff. Everything that I get is just extra. The last time I walked out.
But I still like to get the best money I can for it, even if it's extra.
Yeah,
like
true. That's why I separated. Otherwise, I just turn everything in as shred. Yeah, but that's just silly.
41 cents a pound.
41 cents. So 20 cents converted
that's about
to,
twice what he's getting.
Well, no, 20 cents converted to dollars would be about 25 cents. Yeah, so you're getting a nice 15 cents more than me a pound.
So
God damn, Irish tripping me off.
The last time I went to the scrapyard, I got quite a pile of bills. It's still over here. Yeah. This is euros, by the way.
100,
200,
200,
300,
300,
400,
500,
580 something.
90. Oh, geez, look at that. 20, 40,
Hey,
60,
hey Ralph, are euros
90.
paper or plastic?
These are paper.
Those are paper? Okay.
Yeah, they are a weird type of paper, though. But this basically paid for my PlayStation 5. Well, not this exactly, but, I'm going to save this up and see what the total is of getting rid of all the scrap in my place. And this was only cables and shred steel.
Hey, Paul Charlton, which scrapyard was given that price? Was that Clearways or was that Galway Metals or who was it? And I'll compare it to my local one here in Mayo. We'll see what price they're paying. I'll check it out tomorrow.
Where was the thing? Oh, here it is.
Hey, Irish, you're in euros, right?
Yes. Yeah, we're in the old euro. Makes it handy when you're traveling to Europe. We don't have to change any currency.
Yeah, I think they just should use the same currency over the whole world. Just get rid of money altogether. Just turn it into credits. Just
a world
credits.
currency.
Credits.
If Ireland broke away from the European Union, would that be called irate?
No. Well, IREX. IRE.
IREXit.
Yeah.
I wish that Denmark would get out of that shithole.
Oh no, I want to be in Europe forever. Europe is the best thing that's ever happened. No border checks when I go on holidays. No change in currency. Don't have hassle of having to when you're traveling around having to have a passport with you in Europe. Once you arrive there, that's it. They won't be asked again for your passport. Oh no, there's no.
We still have to have a passport when we travel.
You can get asked if you go to. We say you go to a non-European country. You have to be asked everywhere for your IDs.
Your EU countries.
Huh?
We have to show our passports.
Yeah, you have to show them to get into the country, but after that, you never get asked for it again.
No.
In other countries, I remember going to America. I had to show my passport every time I went to a hotel. I had to show my passport every time I went to some other places. They wanted to know who was in there and where I was from.
Yeah.
So,
in Poland, we also have to show a passport when we go to a hotel.
All right.
We have to show.
And that's also EU.
Yeah, I mean, Irish, we'll have to show when we check into a hotel. We'll have to show a driver's license along with our.
Yeah, no, a driver's license. I can understand.
You need some kind of ID.
I understand the driver's license, but most Americans always the passport they look for often. Never the driver's license. Always passport. I showed them a driving license, but because it wasn't an American driving license, I had to show a passport.
Right, because an international driver's license from another country is not a U.S. government identification.
But in Europe, if I show my Irish driving license, it's accepted in all the European countries as an ID.
Yeah.
Because it's issued by the European Commission. It's a European license as well as an Irish license.
Yeah, Denmark, the only ID card we have is our passport.
All right, no, we can use our driving license. Yeah, we can use our driving license as an ID card,
not
and in Europe,
everyone accept a driving license as a passport, Okay,
Raphael has never had a passport in his life. But Raphael gets very homesick, so he doesn't go like further than 100 miles away from his home.
We don't have it.
Hello,
and
it would be cool
if the passport was in a wallet. Hi,
over here you can get a passport or an ID card. An ID card is good for many European countries, and the passport is good for all European countries.
But
I can just imagine what a mess it must be flying into Heathrow now, because it used to be when I was flying in, you'd have all the EU people going over, with the Brits at customs. And then, in the US, as a US citizen, I'd have to queue up with all the other internationals. Well, it's like now you only have this small number of British people going over to the British section, and everybody else is going over.
Well, no, not everyone. In Ireland, we have an agreement with the UK. We can go straight in without having to do any visa thing either. They are.
Oh, you can. Okay.
It's called the Common Travel Area. So anyone from England can travel to Ireland fairly freely. Anyone from Ireland can travel to England fairly freely. So we don't have as many issues as people coming from Italy to England or people coming from Spain. We get a bit of more preferential treatment.
Gotcha.
I wish they just made everything a lot easier in that department, but it's because of all the terrorists and other crap that's been happening the past couple of decades that they have to have all these measures in place. You'd kind of think that humanity would kind of evolve and people would wisen up and things would get better, but nah.
Well, Paul Chartall usually goes to Weirs. They're the crowd that used to take my garbage bins, or rubbish bins as we call them here. Garbage bins, you call them in America. But they were bought out by Panda Waste. So are they still owned by themselves up there, or is it Panda Waste, Paul?
Oh, Panda Waste. I thought you said condom waste.
That'd be a good name for a company, wouldn't it? Oh, who do you work for? Oh, I work for Condom Waste. Show your business card to them.
Is that a branch of Adam and Eve?
It wouldn't surprise me if there's a company called it.
Oh, man.
Actually, I have so many videos I have to upload, but I don't know how to edit it. I only tried to edit one of my videos, and it took me several days.
And what software do you use for editing, Stormy, or do you just do it all on YouTube's own thing?
No, whatever I have on my laptop.
Okay.
I don't know.
Get a program called OpenShot Video Editor. It's completely free. There's no watermarks or whatever in the software, and that's what I've been using since I started. It's very easy. You just say, "Oh, I have a section here that is like a lot of dead space." Just make a mark there, make a mark there, cut it away, and just slide the two bits together, and that's basically the extent of the editing that I do.
Yeah, but that takes me days to do.
It's very easy.
I cut it right in a Word, and that's
you play the video, and then you notice that you suddenly stop talking, and there's a lot of nothing going on.
When did I stop talking?
Yeah, well, I don't know. you basically you make a marker at that point, and you say, cut the clip here, and then keep both sides, and then you have a marker there, and then you go to another spot where you think, oh, there's another point, and you make sure it's not within the middle of a sentence, and then you cut there, and then you can just delete the middle part.
Yeah, I use
very
Video
easy.
Pad Editor, which is a good software too.
I've just used high speed instead.
Yeah, you could do that. Speed it up.
Yeah, you could also do that. But that's if there's something going on that is semi-interesting, but just takes a long time, like grinding and sanding and stuff like that. That's pretty neat to see fast forwarded, so you can see the progress in a short time. But if there's a lot of me walking around and basically doing nothing, and the camera's still on, then I just cut that bit out. No need to speed that up.
With the speed up as well when he's unloading the van sometimes, or unloading the truck, he'll do a speed up of unloading it, or if he's breaking something down, he'll do a speed up and go around with the hammer, smashing bits off it.
Windows Movie Maker. That's also
I've tried
very easy.
that one too, I think.
Yeah, Windows Movie Maker I used to always use, but then I started using that video pad editor from, who's the company that makes it? It's made by
I basically just
say what I was using
NHC.
it's the
NCH.
I basically just Googled free editing software or video editing software, and that's the first thing that popped up, basically.
But
and
that's
how I
the
started.
thing I was using was actually something that came with the laptop.
It could be, yeah. Sometimes
and this is a different one, so I don't think it's on. I don't know. I haven't even checked what's on.
Got to love hyperspeed.
It doesn't look like it.
We're going into hyperspace.
Mako speed.
It's called Mako speed?
Well, that's what we call it on my channel.
Oh, okay.
So that's simple as. That's what it is.
Yeah, because the Mako shark is the fastest shark in the ocean.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's what it's called, right?
So you have to remember when Shark talks about stuff sometimes, if he's mentioned something, you have to think of it in a shark sort of way.
Shark dun 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 dun.
Oh, don't start it. Don't start it. Crypto will be added now.
Sorry.
Crypto's going to be added now as well.
So, Jack, did you see that drawing of my shark yesterday?
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
No, I missed that. I came up on Raphael's stream for a little while, but we kept having a lot of interruptions here, and I finally had to just stop watching because I was getting interrupted too much with stuff.
No.
You got it. You got it there.
Yeah, I'm just gonna find it.
All right. Yeah, she was showing all kinds of drawings that she did. There was some pretty cool stuff. Very artsy.
I haven't been drawing forever.
Hey, Scrapper Dave, welcome in. I must have missed it. Scrapper Dave, welcome in.
Scrapper Dave, hello.
Oh, there we go.
No,
oh,
Ralph,
that's
you
not
doofus. Doofus.
Wait, it's in there. No, it's there. There it is.
There we go.
So, Scrapper Dave, what are you working on at the moment?
I'm just doing this the silliest way ever. There's probably way faster ways to do it, but it's basically just to have something to do while I'm on panel.
Hey, Parknest, welcome in. Just watching while I'm sorting wire. Oh, lovely. I have 3 full bins of. Oh, hold on. Let me go to your screen, add to stream, and there it is.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is good.
I've actually also made it on cloth with watercolor.
That's cool. I'll remove it while you're doing something in case anything pops up. That shouldn't, in case we'd be looking at any of your private stuff. While you're doing that,
all these drawings are scanned from the originals.
Where is he gone? There he's gone. Hey, Parknest.
What a surprise.
Irish,
hello.
Ralph, and Stormy.
Hi.
Stormy, you have some artistic talent there.
Oh yes, I've got
drawings
a bit of the old Devo. When a problem comes along, you must whip it.
What have you behind you?
Oh, is that?
It's a Devo, the band.
Devo? Never heard of it.
I never heard of Devo.
What's that they got on their heads? Is that like a cake?
No, it's they call them energy domes. It's actually based on a lampshade, a Art Deco lampshade. That's
like
where
a
I
big
got
Tesla
the idea
coil.
from.
That's what Parsons uses when he gets a haircut.
Well, you must whip it. When a problem comes along, you must whip it.
Hey, we can't talk about haircuts, Shark. Those in glass houses should not throw stones, I reckon.
I'm due for one. I really need one. I'm getting really shaggy back here.
Shaggy.
Hey, Pooh's mate is saying hi to you, Parky.
So, yeah, I did say hi to him as soon as I jumped in the chat.
Mrs.
I also I have a whole pile of these to do, and
what are they?
Big transformers.
Oh yeah, the big transformers.
Nobody got time for that.
Exactly, that's how I kind of feel. They're really heavy. Maybe I'll just toss them in with.
And what way would you break that
motors.
down? Would you just hit it with a hammer and split open the steel and then get the copper?
Yeah,
it's
basically there's a welding line here, and if you put it in a vise and crack it open there, then this part will break off, and you can usually slide the thing right out or knock it out.
Yeah. Hey Ralph, just check it over your shoulder the way Mike does.
In here, no.
Not a good idea.
Yeah, he's upstairs, next thing they hear banging downstairs. Go, what was that?
Yeah, the downstairs neighbors are gonna come up. Are you okay over there? Sounded like an A-bomb.
Anyway, it's a Dutch transformer, so
yes,
you can't do it that you can't do them that way. Hi Tim. Say hi to everyone in chat. Sometimes.
Let's see. This goes with my Chinesium.
Hey Shaki, are you looking at getting another VPN?
Chinesium.
You know what VPN is, don't you?
Yeah. Well,
yes.
I'm not planning on getting another VPN.
Oh, are you with Surfshark?
Oh. Were you thinking of that all day, Parky? Was that what you were thinking of all day?
No.
I hope you're never.
And I thought dad jokes were bad. Parky jokes are even worse.
Oh yeah. Yeah. The start terrible, work down.
Yeah, start terrible and end up in the gutter.
Let's see, battery.
Have you all noticed when you look at when you come up on your YouTube homepage and you see the different videos that are queued up for you? Have you noticed that they've started putting a little counter on their views per hour?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I find that really interesting.
Yeah, so you can see what videos are getting a lot of views, and what videos are not getting a lot of views. But again, you know, the most of the videos I watch are all scrap videos, so they all there's only one or two that would get a lot of views per hour, and then most of them are like 1-2 views per hour, 3 views per hour, 4. You know, like some of the big boys like what's his name, and stuff like that. He'll be getting. Let's see what views he's getting per at the moment.
Is that a option from the
Musty one?
That's one of those whatchamacallit
Is it on
app
the
thing that you install.
No, it comes up on YouTube itself.
TubeBuddy, thing. It's a social
play. Is it in the
thing.
studio or on the old page?
On the YouTube channels, it tells me there if I click on a video there now, it'll tell me how many views per.
YouTube Studio.
No, if I just open up a video, it's not coming up for me now.
Just go to the YouTube app, not the studio.
Oh yeah, but it might be on my phone. It shows up, not on the laptop.
I see it on my computer. Let me see if I see it on my phone.
Another battery, Minolta.
Let me check my phone.
All kinds of stuff scattered
about. I would imagine that my videos are probably going to have negative views per hour.
Some of mine probably as well. Except for the last one, but that's because Ian shared it out.
Talking of Ian, I see you put a video up 20 minutes ago.
Oh, right, yes.
There goes all my viewers. They're all gone. Straight to Ian.
No, I save Ian's videos for when I'm in bed so that I fall asleep.
Right, so I don't see it on the phone.
No, it's not on the phone, but it's not coming up on my laptop at the moment either, which is weird because it was coming up.
Views per hour.
Yeah, VPH.
That sounds like analytics.
I haven't checked my analytics in a long time.
Don't say it. Don't.
Well, never mind, Anna.
What are you looking
for? Oh yeah, here's one now. It says there, like would say, there's a video there. It's a news channel here in Ireland, and it's saying the views per hour are 117 views per hour. Then Sky News, which is beside it, is getting 292 views per hour. So,
okay.
It just gives you, and there's one there now from that MLLC channel.
Yep.
Yeah.
There's a video he put up a month ago, which is getting 10 views per hour still at the moment.
Oh, that's actually not bad.
Yeah, for videos up and thing. And then there's, let me see, who else am I looking for there now? I'll just have a look and see if there's anything. Do you remember who we mentioned Alan Walker last night on?
Oh,
Raphael?
yeah.
One of his videos there is 460 or 456 views per hour, and it's up for 3 years. So he's still getting that amount of views per hour.
Oh, wow, yeah.
3 years
People are
old,
listening to it. It's probably added in all kinds of playlists everywhere.
Yeah, that's probably what it's done. It's added in playlists.
A box for batteries.
Let me see if I can get a scrapping channel. It's
get mine.
Let me see, Robin Schultz. No, his music. I'm trying to find a scrapping channel that's put a video up lately that I haven't watched yet. Well, do any of you guys watch Dan Hurd? No.
Nope.
No.
He's a prospector. He does gold prospecting and stuff like that. So he put
that's
a
what
video.
you watch.
He put a video up a day ago, and he's getting 681 views per hour at the moment.
Yeah. But it's a day ago.
Miss Canadian.
Where are these views per hour? I'm still a bit.
Well, when you look at the video, and if you go down before you open the video up, if you go down through YouTube, and if you look at you'll see the channel's name, you'll see the amount of views it's got, how many hours ago it was put up, and just to the right of that, it should tell you views per hour.
No.
All right, I'm getting it.
Well, I'm on my channel page.
No, don't go to your channel page. Just go to YouTube's front page.
Oh, right, okay. I'll just refresh.
Just go to YouTube and go down a bit down the pages and just have a look at the videos that are lined up for you, like to watch. Like Ian Matthews' video that he put up 19 minutes ago is getting 3 views per hour at the moment, it's saying. But it isn't a full hour since he put it up, so you're not going to get a full.
When I put up Ian's video, I usually click the repeat button, and then I fall asleep while watching it, usually before it ends. So it gets repeated and repeated. So his views per hour are going to go up soon.
Let me see.
I don't see views per hour. I'm just looking at.
Oh, you're not getting it. I'm getting it on mine anyhow.
No, getting 80 views 32 minutes ago for a video.
Okay, you're not getting. Oh, do you know why? I have the vidIQ app downloaded. That's what it is.
That's it. vidIQ.
It's vidIQ that's giving that information.
Rubbish installed.
That's vidIQ that's giving that information.
There you go.
I don't use that.
No, I can go back now and see what I missed on the chat. Sorry, guys, I was doing that and I missed what anyone was saying there.
He was obsessed with views per hour.
Poosmate had a question for you.
No, did I ever I asked him to do an interview, but he kind of more or less turned me down. So that was it. Jason from that Mountain View or Mountain Metal, what's it called?
MBLC something.
Yeah. So I asked him.
I never really liked that guy.
And he kind of said no, that he kind of wanted his channel to be. He wanted to go on with a bigger channel maybe. So I said okay. I wasn't big enough for him, I'm afraid.
Well, you had Tom.
Yeah, I know, but see, some people they don't see it for what it was. It was just me doing it to give information out about what's going on in the scrap world and stuff like that. But because my numbers weren't big enough for some people, they don't want to do it. Yeah, so that's their choice. At the end of the day, everyone does what they have to do for their own channel. You know, I'm not going to.
Every time I see that guy's face, I don't know. It's like he has this arrogant look over him. I mean, it's just you can tell by his face what kind of person that he is.
Well, I was a bit disappointed that he did the way he done it, but he more or less said I wasn't big enough for him to come on to check back in.
At least he's honest.
Well, that's it. At least he's on. At least it's what his channel is about, getting the numbers up. So that's fair enough. My channel was about passing information on. So
he could have dragged you on and on and on and had one excuse after another, and You know, so at least he was straight up with you.
Yeah, a bit
That
not
is
like
true.
the guy from. I was trying to get. Do you remember? I was trying to get the guy from the bought the Tantalums, that company, and he was meant to be coming on. I meant to be coming on.
Where's the music coming from?
Yeah,
Partners, if that's you playing music, I'm going to throw you.
Not me.
That was me. Sorry.
Oh, that's all right.
That
I was about
was
to give out
me.
Partners first
Sorry.
because I seen him smiling, so I thought he had done it.
No,
Sorry,
it wasn't
Partners.
me.
My apologies to you, Partners.
No problem.
Irish, I reached out to those folks to get a quote on tantalums, and they wouldn't get back to me. So I think maybe there's just something a little dodgy going on down there.
Yeah, because I wanted to get them up and to talk about tantalums and to talk about the process of what they do and how they buy them and what price they pay. And oh yeah, I'll do that. And then when it came to the day of the interview, oh, I can't do it. I'm being sent to such and such a place today. And then another time, oh, I can't do it. I forgot I was on and I booked something else on and blah, blah. And that carried on for about 6 weeks. And in the end, I stopped emailing them. I just said, right, forget about it. You know?
Boostmate says, I feel the need to unsubscribe now.
No, never unsubscribe from anyone just because someone else has. I don't have an issue with him, as I said. It's not an issue.
No, if you like his content, just
if you
stay
like his
subscribed.
Content, watch his content. Yeah. I still watch his content, not all of it. I watch when he's doing.
I sometimes still do.
I watch when he's doing stuff for e-waste, getting stuff out of e-waste, but I don't watch when he's crushing rocks because I don't have a load of rocks out back I can go crushing for gold. So
yeah, I mean, it is interesting content and stuff like that. But if you do unsubscribe, make sure you tell him it's because of scrapping Irish.
Do not. I think I badmouth them. As I said, I never badmouth anyone's channel. I never try and put any other channel down or say anything. I just said exactly what he said to me. So that was the reply I got, and that was it. So, but
or we could blame Partners.
Yes.
Yeah, but just blame Partners. I blamed him.
I know nothing.
I know nothing.
Nothing to do with me.
Me from Barcelona. Me know nothing.
Move on. Okay. Yeah. You got the Faulty Towers reference there.
You do.
You
do look a little like
Faulty Towers reference into any live stream I'm on anymore.
Okay.
Okay.
I said you do look a little like Sergeant Schultz.
We were talking about you, Mr. Matthews, there now a minute ago. Not unsubscribing from you. I just mentioned that you had a video up 20 minutes ago. And as soon as I mentioned that, my numbers went down. Everyone just goes straight up to your video.
We must.
I really don't mind subscribing to people just to support them.
Yeah, I don't unsubscribe. What happens eventually is I stop watching their content if I'm not interested in it after a while, and then YouTube will just unsubscribe me anyhow.
Well, that
has never happened to me at all.
It's happened to me.
It's not that they unsubscribe me. They stop showing me that person's content if I don't.
I've had to call quite a few subscriptions.
Yeah.
No, I never unsubscribe. I don't think I've ever unsubscribed from anyone's channel yet. But again, there's certain channels I would have got on that Grow channels when I was part of that Pusha Studio setup. And I might watch some of their videos at the beginning, but then it was something that I wasn't interested in. So over time, I didn't watch any of their stuff, and now I don't get any more notification of their channel. So so I presume I was unsubscribed, but maybe I'm not. Maybe I'm still subscribed to them.
I've actually unsubscribed to about 100 channels in the past couple of months. Every time I see someone going live, I think, who's this? I click on it, and then I go to the channel, see what they're talking about, see what the videos are about. And then I'm like, I have no interest in this content, and I have no idea who this is. Unsubscribe.
Yeah, but you forgot the third.
I actually also subscribe on stuff that
it's not a hot woman. Unsubscribe.
When I get the time.
Exactly. That's the one, Sharky. See, we don't even have to say it. We even know.
So carpenter videos I really like. I subscribe to them because then I don't have to save every video from the same channel, so it's easier just to subscribe.
True.
To the person.
That's kind of why the subscription thingy is there, huh?
Yeah.
No, I have, I think, 2 reasons, maybe 3 if I include Shark's comment earlier. Basically 2 reasons to subscribe to someone's channel. One is I like the person because there's a lot of interaction either on panel or in chat. And I might not have any interest in the content at all, but it's a nice person. and to support the person. But then I don't watch the videos, so not sure how much my subscription does for their numbers, other than one more. Or if I really like the content, or both. But basically those two reasons.
Well, if you're just subscribing and you're not watching the content, you're doing nothing really for their channel. You might be doing something for their ego that they see their numbers going up. But because you're not watching the content, you're not really doing anything for their channel. I prefer maybe some people, again, you see it with the amount of, I have at the moment over 3,000 subscribers, but I'm still only getting a couple of hundred views on my videos. So that means a lot of people that subscribe to me aren't watching my content, which isn't good for my channel because it doesn't help with the YouTube algorithm, because it's looking, oh, he's got 3,000 subscribers, but there's only 200 or 300 people watching his videos. So that's why I prefer, if people are really interested in my content, subscribe and watch it. If you're not, then don't feel you have to, because I wonst be offended.
It's really hard to get the time to watch everything.
Oh, well, again, that's something I agree with.
The other streamings where I watch series and movies.
Yeah, that's why I always say that if someone puts out a lot of videos a week, I mightn't get to watch every one of their videos. I might catch up on some videos. So some people might see, like Shark mightn't see me commenting on a video for 2 weeks, and then all of a sudden I'll comment on 3 or 4 videos together, because I might have a bit of spare time and I'll catch up on some of the videos, because Shark will have 3 videos out a week and I might only get to see 1. And I'm honest the way, I'm not going to say I'm going to catch everyone's video every week. Same with Ian Matthews. Sometimes he might put out 4 videos in a week. Sometimes he might put out 4 videos in a day. Sometimes he might put out 4 videos in 4 months. It all depends. And everyone is different. And I mightn't get to see every video and comment on every video, but eventually I do get around to, especially the scrapping channels, watching all the videos. But it's just the way it is. I've kind of cut down on what I watch. I will try and keep up with all my scrapping videos. But if it's videos on people that are doing something like cooking, we'd say Raphael there now in his cooking videos, I probably won't watch the cooking video because it's no interest to me. I might watch it a couple of weeks later if I catch it, but I won't watch it probably straight away. So it's just I'm not going to say, same as when I put up my drone videos. I put up a drone video and I might get 80 people look at it instead of where I normally get 200 or 300. Because it's not what they want to watch. And I understand that, and I don't get offended by it and I don't get worked up by it. And again, if I see someone come into my channel who hasn't been in 6 months or 9 months or even years, when they come in, they're welcome, the same as if they were here every week. It's just the way it is.
Well, and I tell you, the guy that's really hard to keep up with because he puts so many freaking videos out there is Ralph.
Yes.
I mean, oh my God, I can't keep up with it.
Especially all those really long videos.
And not quantity.
Now, here's something I noticed, I think yesterday or the day before. Top Conquer, maybe some of you know him. He's in the small engines community, lawnmowers and stuff, which is not much of any interest to me other than scrap, because my solution for grass is pavement. Yeah, but he's a really nice and honest guy, and he has less than 300 subscribers, and he had a live stream going yesterday or the day before, but he had 55 people in the chat. Less than 300 subscribers, 55 people in the chat.
Yeah.
So his ratio is actually very good.
Well, YouTube will love that because he's getting a lot of views compared to his subscribers. So that's what YouTube like. It's views they want. They don't care if you have 10,000 subscribers. They prefer you to have 10,000 views and no subscribers, because views is where they make the money on their ads.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Well, no subscribers, then you're not monetized. They prefer you to have 1,000 subscribers at least, be monetized, and then get a lot of views.
YouTube changed the rules. They can push ads on non-monetized channels now as well.
Okay.
So yeah, you don't get the revenue.
What's to do with copyright claims?
But no, they can. They changed it a while back that if you look at the updated information, even if you're not monetized yourself, they can do it. They can put their ads still on your video, even if you don't want to monetize it. They can still do it if they want. So if they see you have a video that's getting a lot of views, but you're not monetized, they'll stick an ad on it.
Yeah, my melting and casting videos usually do better than all the rest. There's something satisfying about watching metal melt, like Crypto says there.
Yeah. You look at, we'd say, what's his name? Stacker D, is it?
Big Stack D, yeah.
Big Stack D. So he doesn't even talk in a lot of his videos.
He doesn't talk in any of his videos.
Yeah,
I think
so
his oldest stuff where he still talked was like from 6 years ago, maybe 7.
So he just melts his stuff, and look at the views he's getting on it, and it's just
he's over 1 million. It's close to 1.5 million subscribers now. Yeah, and he all he does is make bars. All his videos are the same.
Yeah,
you get to a
it kind of annoys me to watch a video where they are working on something and they don't say anything, and you are like, what are they doing right now? Because you can't always see it. It's really annoying me.
I'm just getting notification. Video paused. Continue watching.
Yeah. So
I just got that here.
Yeah,
that's weird.
That's the YouTube new setup that I was on about.
That's weird because it has been running since yesterday.
Yeah.
So you get to a certain size of a number of subscribers where you could put up a video and the title is "Watch Me Pick My Nose," and you're going to get 5,000 people watching it.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Nobody watches me when I'm picking my nose.
There's actually a channel called There's a channel called I Pick My Butt.
I really want to know that.
I forgot what that guy does, but that's his channel name, and he used to get blocked a lot because people thought he was a troll. But he used to come in on Pusa Studios a lot, and he was actually a nice guy in the chat. Weird channel name.
Everyday Sarah said if they're under 1,000, she skips the ads because she doesn't want YouTube getting the revenue without the content creator getting something.
I skip all ads because I use ad block.
Ad blocker.
I get that all the time, Rav, when I'm listening. Yeah, we were just talking about that, Ian. When you're listening to music now,
some of them you want to watch. You do want to watch them.
I'm gonna.
I keep seeing them eBay adverts. Yeah, when you buy a thing, sell a thing.
Oh yeah.
I was just talking about.
If I should support you guys, I could always, when I'm watching TV, have my tablet playing all those videos.
Yeah, that's also possible.
Yeah,
I could do that.
Ian, there is a plugin for Chrome called YouTube Nonstop. I'm gonna install that now on my laptop to see if that keeps the thing going. Gonna have to close this probably.
Yeah, and now you won't be able to watch anything else because it'll just be nonstop YouTube.
Be picking your nose.
Yeah.
I could just make a playlist.
Hey, Ralph, did you
Yes?
Go on and watch many more videos of cats and cucumbers? No.
I've only watched the one compilation and it was hilarious.
I can't believe you've never seen them videos before.
No, I've actually never heard of the whole concept. I sometimes when I'm scrolling through whatever all my recommended stuff, sometimes there's funny animals, funny cats, funny dogs. I'm like, I've seen enough cat videos, I've seen it all, and I just keep scrolling. But this was beyond me.
Yeah, Gulf Coast. I think I seen an ad on a video before. It was 2 hours long. So
that's ridiculous. That's not an ad. That's that's an infomercial or something.
Yeah.
There's a video in between the ads. YouTube Nonstop.
I want to see this advertising that Everyday Solars is talking about.
Which advertising?
Look at her comment.
Which one now? Let me go back up and see what she's on about.
Especially that Titty Bongo song ad that is doing the rounds on the yellow school bus.
I hate
a couple of music videos.
Which comment? I missed that comment. Which comment you on about?
Texas Heart. Hang on.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 comments up from the bottom.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Crypto's comment, is it?
No,
Everyday
Solars.
I don't say Everyday Solars is not 7 up from the bottom on my chat.
No, it's more than that now. It's
Well, tell me this: is it above or below where E. Matthews said, "Yes, Raphael, I like"?
It's above that one.
It's above it. It's the one above it in the YouTube live chat.
Yeah, the one above that for me is crypto.
Really?
Yeah, well,
in the YouTube live chat.
Hold on, have
you got YouTube. Top chat?
I'm on. How come it's not showing up on here for me then?
Hang on. Let's have a look. Yeah, on StreamYard chat. It doesn't show up.
I don't use the StreamYard.
Yeah, it's not showing
chat.
up on StreamYard's chat.
It's on the.
That's why you do not use the StreamYard chat.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, you see, then if I'm not doing StreamYard's chat and I'm watching YouTube, I'll have to pop out YouTube chat now. Let me go back in.
Hang on,
sorry,
just
I missed
a
that
moment.
comment.
I'll show you. Should be able to show. Just get back into reality.
And she just posted it again.
I see it there. The titty
there.
On. No.
If you can.
That one there. Yeah, I see it here now. But that never showed up on StreamYard's chat at all till now. So I don't know why that is.
No, it's not.
Do you have dirty word blocker going on your StreamYard chat?
It must be. I don't have any. I didn't set up a blocker.
It was
the word titty. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was held for review. I let it through because I knew it wasn't.
So maybe when it's held for review and you put it through afterwards, it doesn't show up on the StreamYard side.
Yeah, I did let it through. Yeah, yeah.
That must be the reason it didn't show up on StreamYard because it was held for review at the beginning.
Yeah, well, I let it through because I knew it was. Knew she wasn't spamming her out like that.
Yeah. So that's a new interesting fact now I learned.
Yep.
Plus, that's such a fun word.
Every day is a school day.
It's a right name for a group, isn't it? Bongo.
Bingo.
Oh, bingo. Did you say bongo? Bingo, hang on.
Bongo would be a fun name too.
Oh, bingo. It is bingo. It is bingo. Still funny though.
Yeah, bingo.
Yeah. On its own.
Okay,
This nipple.
Loop the playlist and we're off.
Stormy's nurse is into her.
Hello.
Yeah, well, his dad wasn't the guy who makes Windows.
Bill Gates.
No.
You beat me to it, Ralph.
Stormy, did your nurse bring you a drink or anything? I mean...
No, not yet, but I still have some.
Oh, okay.
I'm out of drinks. Right. I'm drinking coffee again.
No, I haven't seen that advert.
I'm not advert.
You shouldn't call him.
I'm going to have to Google that advert now. God knows what I'll find.
I can't tell you anything about adverts or ads or commercials or whatchamacallit.
You're missing lots of fun, Ralph.
Apparently I am, but I think I can live without them.
Yeah, what you don't know won't hurt you.
On the other hand, I do have ad block disabled on my laptop because I'm running my playlist.
He wants to get his own ad time.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe it'll pop up for me on there. But I got the sound all the way down, so probably not going to hear it.
Ian Matthews has it already. I've been searching. How did I know Matthews to be up to something like that?
Oh, man.
Now we've been searching for it, we'll start getting the adverts.
Probably will.
Or if you mention it enough times, then it will start showing up. I remember at some point we were talking about anvils with Snobby Scrap Picker. I think this was close to 2 years ago by now. And we had a whole conversation about anvils and vices and stuff. And like an hour later, in my recommended videos on YouTube, anvil this, anvil that, anvil that.
Yeah.
I was like, really?
Yeah. And then they tell you your phone doesn't listen to you.
Yeah, or the microphone that's in my webcam, or the fact that I'm talking through a microphone right now.
Or if you have an Amazon, what's that, Alexa, or whatever she is.
Yeah, I don't have stuff like that. I have enough microphones in my house as it is.
Yeah, what's a few more?
Well, that on the other hand, that's true.
And if you have a Hawaii phone, the Chinese can listen to you.
That's right.
Yeah, but they don't understand English, so what's the use?
I don't know. Some of them probably understand English better than Americans do.
that is also true. But then again, what do people from China want to know about a Dutch guy that's on panel with Stormy? Stormy.
Yes.
That was loud.
But yes. Oh, sorry. Oh no, you're stressing me out. Yes.
That was loud.
It was me. It was Parkless.
Okay.
Yeah, we blame Parknest again. Parknest was
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, as always.
We didn't say it was your fault. We said we were going to blame you.
Yeah, we're going to blame
Yeah,
Parknest
I was
regardless.
just trying to find that yellow bingo bus.
Everyone is Googling that yellow bingo bus now.
I'm not.
It's the right name,
I
though,
want
isn't
to
it?
see if it just appears. Ralph, I had that happen to me too. I don't remember what the subject was, but it was, I don't ever remember searching for this particular thing, but I do remember talking to some folks about it. And then all of a sudden I started seeing it pop up on my YouTube.
Yeah, it's weird, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's the same as when I'd be at work and I might be saying, Joel, I think I'll go on holidays to Italy this year, or I might go on holidays to such a place. And that night, then what do I get? Booking.com giving me hotels in Italy at special offer.
Have you ever seen that movie Minority Report?
Yes.
Tom Cruise.
Yes.
Yeah, where all the ads are focused on what he wants.
People reacted to the fact that commercials were personalized to you because your retina was being scanned everywhere you walked.
Yeah.
And they said, that's never going to happen because it's too sophisticated to scan retinas from like different. But your voice is a lot easier. So within like 5 years from that movie, that stuff was already happening.
Yeah, but they're saying that there's some crowd now have like that. There'll be billboards in train stations. They'll recognize your face. They'll link your face to your YouTube or your Facebook channel.
Yeah.
And they'll be able to recognize what you like watching. And the ad that'll appear up on that board that you're looking at will be ads focused on you only.
Yeah. And
actually,
go ahead, Stormy.
Yeah, actually, I think it was a TV series, and I think it was called Person of Interest. That was more creepy than the Minority Report.
Yeah, that was also a good one. I've seen bits of it, not a lot.
Well, that's going to be really weird. All those bikini advertisements popping up in the airport when I walk by.
Yeah, and your wife standing beside you, and you have to explain why these ads are showing up.
No,
she'll understand perfectly.
Well, what about if her ads are for the Chippendales? What would you say then?
At some point, using augmented reality. Where did I put my phone? Oh, here. Basically, if you're looking through your camera, you're looking at the real world, and extra stuff gets projected on the screen. That's not something. Many people walk around like this, and you accidentally scan a QR code that's somewhere, and because it recognizes your face and all kinds of stuff, then suddenly on that board that you see there, you see nothing like that, but you see the commercial that's specifically pointed at you, directed at you.
Yeah.
But that's not very efficient. But they expect to have. If you remember the Google glasses, which came out in like 2015, was like a device that you had over your eye, and it used augmented reality. Yeah, that was a thing that kind of didn't really go that far, but augmented reality has actually a way higher, way bigger impact on stuff that it can be used for than virtual reality. So imagine contact lenses with the same technology in there and having two, so being bifocal. And being able to project a 3D object in the middle of nowhere, in the air, and you walking around it and looking at it as if it's a 3D thing. If you've seen Back to the Future 2, where he sees a billboard of Jaws 19, and then the shark, holographic shark, comes out, and then he basically later says the shark still looks fake. That would be possible with stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's it. I'm going back to the flip phone.
Talking about the Google Glasses, I think they marketed them completely wrong.
Yes.
If they had marketed them to YouTubers to use them the same way you would use a GoPro or one of them for doing your streaming lives or doing your video, they would have made them would have taken off a lot better, because every YouTuber now is using like a GoPro, like Shark has his GoPro strapped to his head and whatever. Where if Google had done it in such a way that the glasses would have gone straight to YouTube, uploaded to your YouTube channel and stuff like that, I think they would have taken off better. So YouTube, if you're listening, Google, get your Google Glasses out again, market them to YouTubers.
Actually,
I want to share the profit, please.
I have a pair of sunglasses that have a little camera built into them.
Oh yeah, I have those too.
And I was messing around with them to see if they were if that was gonna be an option. And this was a few years ago when I was first, getting into this.
Yeah.
And so I got those to test them with the GoPro to see if there was like different angles or that kind of stuff. But because they're just glass, sunglasses, they don't have a whole lot of memory and they don't last very long, like 20 minutes or something like that on a battery charge. So
yeah,
it turned out to be a waste of time. But
yeah, but with the technology nowadays, they could have your camera, send a video to an external hard drive you have on you somewhere. You won't even need to have
your phone,
or your phone or something like that to send a video to there. If Google relaunched them, I think, and launched them as something for people who are uploading videos to YouTube, so the extreme sports guy or the the adventurous guy who wants to video his rock climbing up the thing, I think they'd take off again. So YouTube, I want to share of I have now, if you use this as your marketing, I've said it first here.
Ralph, I saw a video on what you were talking about not too long ago. I can't remember if it was on YouTube or if it was on something else that I saw that augmented reality discussion.
Yeah, well, it's a thing that has been around for quite some time. Pokemon Go is the same principle, basically.
Yeah.
And there's a couple of other games. There was a game for PSP that you had to have a little camera that you mounted on the thing. I think it was called Invisimals or something like that, where you had to catch invisible animals, basically same as Pokemon. But that never got off the ground, and Pokemon Go basically ran with the idea.
And I remember, an attempt to use something similar to that to test the ability to maintain equipment aboard ships and airplanes. So
yeah, where you can make an exploded view of like an engine part and move the stuff around, like this goes here, this goes there, stuff like that.
Yeah, and and the idea was that you would have a person try to go through the motions, and then you could figure out where you're never going to be able to reach that screw, or you're going to have to get a special tool to do such and such, or that kind of thing. I actually think that some of the computer companies use that in order to make sure that we can't get to some of the screws sometimes.
Yeah. Well,
that might actually be yeah.
Yeah, I was going to say, did you see Facebook took a nosedive in the shares the other day? And they reckon it's because of this new way that Facebook are trying to do this metaverse sort of system, and the amount of money they're investing into the metaverse, where you're going to be living in this metaverse and you'll be spending money. They reckon Facebook are trying to go that you'll be spending money on this thing, and they reckon all the investors are saying it's a no-go. It's never going to take off. So
it's the same as NFTs.
It's like taking, I don't understand this, but Ralph, maybe you get it. People spend buckets of money buying stuff to play their game, and just take that to the next level where you're not actually playing a game to try to accomplish something. You're not spending money to get a better shield or a better weapon. You're just buying a purse.
An outfit, like something cosmetic.
Yeah,
or a couch for your house in this metaverse you're living in.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's all vanity stuff. I bought a lot of stuff for World of Warcraft, which if a game allows you to use real world money to buy the best sword you can get in the game, and with that hack about all the other players, that's called a pay to win system. Nobody likes that. If a game has the option to buy certain cosmetic items, like a funny hat that you can wear in game, and whenever you see someone running around with it, you're like, hey, look at that silly hat, then that's kind of more fun. And if you want to put money in that, sure, why not? It's like a hobby, like anything else.
Yeah, but boy, some people are going to get taken away with it. They're just going to go nuts.
I can never see the metaverse. Can you ever see yourself buying this imaginary house or whatever in the metaverse, and you're living in this house, and you're going to be buying furniture for it, and you're buying a purse, or if you're a woman, you want a new purse in this metaverse that you're never going to actually be able to take out in the real world? I can't ever see that taken out.
Not me. But then again, I'm not a gamer.
If you use this phone, you won't be...
I think you've just described The Sims.
Yeah, exactly. That's The Sims. Yeah.
Yeah, just described The Sims.
I have that phone. That's my
cool,
phone.
Storm.
That belongs in scrap metal faces.
I can't wait to get it out.
Faces.
Well, but there was somebody listening in on that too. Those were the old party line phones, and the operator was sitting there, and actually your neighbors could listen in on that one too if they wanted to.
Yeah, I know.
But there have been
the metaverse is, as you said there, it's going to be like The Sims. That's what it is. The metaverse is The Sims.
If you've seen that movie Ready Player One, that's at some point what gaming worlds will be like.
I saw part of that movie.
That's a good movie.
It's actually not a bad movie. It's not a very good movie either, but it's well made, and the stuff that happens in the movie, there's very little fantasy added into it. Basically, everything in that movie is possible because most of it's in a virtual world. So, and virtually everything.
Recording and tinkering fun. How are you doing? Welcome in.
Wrapping up the mail to send something to somebody, or wrapping up reading the mail?
Microscopy cases. Evens on stamps.
Looks nothing like a sim, Parkness. What?
No, we're saying that the metaverse is like The Sims.
Yeah.
That's what we're saying. That's the metaverse that Facebook is trying to create or trying to invest into. That Mark Zuckerberg reckons is going to be the next big thing. The
and they're trying to push NFTs, which is a really bad thing for the gaming industry.
Yeah.
I got tired of buying stamps, so I went and bought a whole roll of them because I just kept running out of stamps.
Yeah, I need to get that too, especially the international ones, because I think I have 4 left.
There's my international stamps.
There's your.
Oh yeah, you use those over there, the red and the green. Every year they change color, right?
Put them up again, Sharky.
The chrysanthemums.
Okay.
Yeah, they change color every year, or is it the value of them that is the different color?
So these are called global forever stamps, so they don't put a price on them.
Okay.
These will be good for as long as I'm alive, or if I give them, they'll be good until they're used.
Okay.
And
wow, Kevin,
if you're like Ian Matthews, you'll use them twice if you can get away with it.
Yeah, I don't know that even Ian could steam these bad boys off. Although he's certainly trying to find a way.
Crank handle holds, yeah.
I'm guessing this is Chinesium because this is all red colored.
Ian would spend 3 days and $20 trying to figure out how to get that stamp off so he can reuse it rather than go buy another stamp. Oh, Ian's in the chat. Sorry, Ian.
Put it in water, then you can reuse the stamp.
He'd just be holding it over the kettle with the steam.
I'll be damned, it's actual copper.
Oh, some copper, Ralph. Not bad.
Yes.
Honey.
So this one is probably going to be... This one really looks copper, so this is probably going to be aluminium.
It really looks copper, so it's probably aluminum.
And indeed, it is aluminium.
Julian is selling some of John Lennon's stuff as NFTs. Everyday sorrows.
So that reminds me of the dentist.
Yeah, Ralph is practicing his dentistry.
So, Mrs.
I don't
Sharp
think
was-
Ralph has a dentist fear.
No, I fear nothing.
He's immortal.
They fear me.
Mrs. Shark was going through the box of old photographs, and she found this one of me from many years ago as I was getting ready to go out on a dive, getting ready to go scuba diving.
Look at the
wow.
shark. Look at the shark. Look at the fine head of hair the shark used to have.
I used to have hair. I did.
Was it ginger?
Oh.
You were ginger.
A shark ate the hair.
No, dirty blonde.
I was going to say, well, you were ginger.
I wouldn't trust Ralph if he was my dentist. No, I wouldn't want to be a bus driver either. It's too much responsibility for other people. And if there's one thing I hate, it's other people.
So, Ralph, you'll appreciate this then. When I was in high school, I wanted to be a doctor, and I was getting A's in things like physics and math, but I was getting B's and C's in chemistry, and so I figured, well, maybe being a doctor isn't a good idea because I'd probably end up killing somebody. So a few years later, I joined the Navy, and I get my degree. I'm out aboard ship. It's like 3:00 in the morning. We're in a formation of a dozen other ships, and it occurred to me that if I made the wrong decision right now, I could kill about 1,000 people.
That's even better, isn't it?
and I just started laughing, and the people on the bridge are like, "What's up? What's so damn funny?" And I said, "Never mind.
Yeah, you were worried about killing one person, but instead they give you the power to kill thousands.
Yeah.
It's a good thing he's not in control of nukes.
Who says I wasn't?
Ah, okay.
No, I was just thinking that.
If I was, there would probably be some places that would now be called Lake so and so.
Well, now wait a minute. This is what I'm required to say. I can neither confirm nor deny the presence of nuclear weapons.
Oh my God.
I am not at liberty to relay that information.
Mission to you.
It's only for people on a need-to-know basis, and you don't need to know.
A need-to-know basis, yeah. Because
I would just say maybe it's true, maybe it isn't. What do you think? Something like that.
Yeah, it's up to you to make up your own mind whether he's telling the truth or he's telling a fib. Wasn't there a TV program where they went on and you had to guess whether they were telling the truth or telling the lies about their job they did? It was something like that. You could ask them questions and you had to guess by their answers whether they really did that job or didn't do that job. Bin gets very good price for aluminium. Our price here is 180 for extrusion.
And that's per kilogram or per pound?
Pound. It doesn't say. Well, if it's in New Zealand, they I think are in the
New Zealand dollar. Yeah.
Yeah, but they're in the. Don't they use pounds? I think.
No,
they use dollars.
No. I mean, as in weight. They use kgs or pounds.
The metricated in New Zealand.
Yeah, so they're
New Zealand
they're
uses
kgs.
kilograms. Yeah.
They're kgs.
Isn't he in Australia?
Australia, New Zealand. Don't say it's the same thing. That would be the same thing as calling scrapping Irish English.
I would say it was the same thing, but maybe other people don't think it.
No, they're different countries. That'd be like someone saying to me, "I'm English." I go, "No, I'm Irish," and it'd be the same as someone saying to.
That's like when I say England,
and he's American.
Scotland, and all the other.
Well, Ken's a Canadian, isn't he?
And then
that's
the people over there want to kill me.
That's if they say that Dutch and German is the same, or Polish and German is the same,
or Polish and Russians are the same.
Yeah.
You know.
No, I was talking about the countries.
Hey, Stormy, we need to poll the audience. Was Shark in charge of nukes? Yeah, we have to have a who thinks the Shark was in charge of nukes? Put 1 in the chat. Who thinks he's possibly put 2 in the chat?
I think he cleaned the bilges.
I think
clean
could have been
I'm gonna go with 2 just for my own safety.
Yeah, he cleaned. In reality, he cleaned the bilges.
Yeah, 3 is clean the
I
bilges.
am not.
Oh, now you tell me.
What is clean
I'm
the
going
bilges?
1. I'm going definitely.
Don't you know you?
I think he definitely had a hand on the nukes. His finger was over the
I
button.
would say
Maybe just
My finger is on the button.
Oh, Shark is going for 3.
So, Ralph, you don't know what the bilge is in a boat?
I think it's the toilets.
It's a bit. It's a bit at the very bottom.
Actually,
That's the
bottom,
bilge.
he would
It's like the Battle of the Bilge.
hold it over.
No.
That was
it
Battle
all
of the
time.
Bulge.
No,
bulge in my pants.
one that to do with weight loss. Battle of the
Yeah,
Bulge.
Battle of the Bulge. When you're
Yeah,
trying
I'm
to lose
fighting
your
that
weight.
one right now.
I can think of the X-rated version,
The bulge in my
how do you know
pants.
all these
which,
extra versions?
which involved Viagra.
All right, okay, hold on a second. It's gone 3 hours. I nearly fell for it. Okay, guys, what are you doing for the week? Shark, what's your plan for the week?
Oh, let's see. We've got a very, very important video on Monday.
Okay.
And then we have a pretty cool computer on Wednesday. And
Is it cleaner than the last one you done?
it is, yes, it is. Just very unique
Couldn't be any
configuration.
dirtier.
Yep, very unique configuration. And then Friday is the reconfiguration of the shark cage.
Okay. Ralph, can we look forward to any video this week, or do you have a surprise video like you did last week for us?
No, that was a surprise to me as well. So that was actually pretty good. But I'm going to be working the whole next week, and then my vacation starts. I will be off 4 weeks, and I will probably maybe even be on less panels because I'll probably be working all over the place. And I might actually get some of the stuff that I've 3D printed and make some castings after I've cleaned everything up.
Okay.
So basically, no video for at least another 2 weeks.
Okay. And then we won't see you from the 18th of February till when?
Till I'm done playing the game. So that could be a couple of months.
It's been nice knowing you, man.
No, I'll keep that on the side. At least I'll try.
What's your plan?
Well, I put a video out today.
Okay.
It's just because this thing
I
it
saw
failed
that,
MOT, so I just documented all work I did to remedy that.
A lot of your cars failed the MOT lately. What are you up to?
I don't know. I don't know. BMW went straight through.
Okay.
For once, anyway. So Friday's video will be a continuation of that.
Okay.
But it's since passed the retest. Passed on Friday.
Stormzy, what are you planning for the week? Just recovery in bed, is it?
Again? What did you say?
I say, what's your plan for the week? Are you just resting up again for another week, is it?
Yeah, I don't have any plans whatsoever.
Okay. Well, on that note, I'm going to put the link in for what's it called? E-Waste Mike is still live.
Is still going?
Okay.
I think. Let me just check now. He was. Let me check. He may have finished.
I didn't even know he was live.
He's finished.
Yeah.
I was going to put it in, and we were going to raid E-Waste Mike, but unfortunately I can't because he's just finished. So we can't do that. So if anyone knows, is there anyone else live we can raid? Because we haven't raided anyone in a long time. So have we anyone else live?
Yeah, because E-Waste Mike doesn't have time for that.
Mountain Bushcrafters Alliance is live. That might not be for everyone.
No. Do you know who's live, and I haven't gone over in a long time to them, is Scrap Dog.
Oh.
Scrap Dog is live?
Yeah.
I haven't seen them in ages.
Yeah. So I'm going to put Scrap Dog's link in. I
don't think I'm subscribed.
Yeah, he's live. So I'm going to put his link in. And if you all want to go over and just put in Scrap and Irish Raid and say hi to Scrap Dog, that would be good. So there's the link. I think it's in
my subscriber list that's live.
Yeah, so we'll have Scrap Dog's link in. So if you want to go over and say hi, I think he's live, or is he just frozen? Oh my God. Everyone I'm going to now, it's freezing up. No, he's back up and running. That's okay. I panicked. So if you want to go over there and say hi, please feel free.
Oh, there he is. Yeah, this guy.
Yeah. So the link is in there. So guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for checking out my videos, and thanks for coming over and being part of the channel. I appreciate it, and I'll catch you all next week. Have I a video out on Thursday? I have a video out on Thursday, I think. So have a look for Thursday's video.
Scrap you later.
6 o'clock my time. Hold on, Ralph.
So you through the week.
Scrap you later.
I have to give you the cue.
Later.
I have to give you the cue.
Later, scrap you.
So, and I'm
you
going to leave it
scrap.
to
I'm putting
Ralph
up
for the last word. Ralph?
Hold on, Stormy was talking.
Yeah,
Ralph.
I'm just putting
scrap
up
you later. Oh, God damn it.
with my drawings. Yeah, scrap. I hope.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye. And as Ralph would say, scrap you later.